of losing a regular start of the year, you kind of want to build up before you start getting into those district games, get some momentum. You get the final feel of your team and, like, what's working, what's not working. This could be kind of like a tone-setting game where, they're both ex-district rivals.
Yeah.
So, you're kind of familiar with each other and how they've played in the past. But with a new coach at Central, and I just think this is a good game to get your foot off and get ready for the district games and the big hard press for the season coming up.
Totally agree. You've got, by the time you get to week 4, you ought to have the kinks worked out. You ought to start to have made some big improvements, I think. And, again, we have not seen Central Hardin yet on the schedule, but they have, I believe, made some improvements in those after that week 1 big loss at George Rogers Clark, 38-6. Have played some really tough competition and played a little bit better. So I think both these teams are trying to look for a victory. On the Meade County side, want to highlight a couple of players. First of all, the quarterback, Cade Scott, number 7, the senior, being down on the field just a moment ago, I really could see, wow, what an impressive figure he is. He's at least 6'3", maybe 6'4". He's a highly recruited player, and boy, he can really throw the football. We saw him a couple weeks ago when I had Jeff Knoll with me at E-Town. He was a little erratic throwing the ball high in spots, but boy, he's got a great arm. He's very composed. He's a fantastic player, and that's one of the things that Central Hardin's going to have to do tonight. They have struggled stopping the pass. Part of that for me is when you're a primarily running team like Central Hardin is, it's hard for your players to get a good feel for playing against the passing game. In practice every day, they see a solid running game, but they don't see that kind of a passing attack. So that is one of the big concerns, is how do we handle Cade Scott? Now, on the again, on the Meade County side, the big running back and linebacker, Wyatt Rainey, number 44, is in a boot. He's on the sideline. He will not be in action tonight. He's had 26 carries for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, and 4 receptions for 87 yards and a touchdown. He's also the leading tackler on this Meade County Green Wave squad. So big number 44, Wyatt Rainey, will not be in the lineup tonight. That's a big hit for this Meade County squad, and we'll see if that makes any difference in their ability to stop the run against this run-heavy Central Hardin Bruins squad. On the other side, Tony, what are some of the key players we should be looking for Central Hardin?
Well, I think the running back for Central, George, I'm going to say the last name wrong the first time.
Gage Gurgley.
Gage Gurgley.
It's like you're gurgling.
Like you're gurgling. We'll leave it at that. So Gage
Gurgley.
I think he's having a good season so far running the ball.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's played against some tough defenses. I mean, the Central Hardin Bruins have not played like slouch teams at all.
No. Absolutely. It's been a tough schedule, tough start.
I mean, I think the coach's philosophy is, iron sharpens iron type of thing. Like, let's play some of these hard competition teams so when we get to the district play and maybe into the playoffs, like we're used to seeing those big boys and those hard-hitting teams, so it's not a shock. Don't go a patsy schedule early on to inflate your ego and then get shocked and get hit by these bigger guys. So, I mean, I can see why he's doing that at the beginning of the year to kind of get them used to, like, playing against those tough teams. So, but I think Gurgley is probably key for Central. They need to get him the rock and get it moving.
Absolutely. They've also got a couple other good skill players. Caleb Irwin, number 19, is the quarterback, junior. Senior Caden Taylor is the speed on this squad. He'll run the football, catch the football. They probably need to find him. I also want to highlight some guys that rarely get any attention. The big dudes.
Big guys.
They've got a couple of them. We had a great, at Central Hardin last year, a great offensive line. Several big guys up front, including the Hobbs boys. That was a couple years ago, actually, and they were fantastic. Again, last year, several others that graduated coming to this season. It was expected there'd be a little bit of a drop-off in the guys up front. But absolutely, number 70, Carson Lamoth, is somebody to keep your eyes on. Carson's a big boy, and he will throw some weight around. He is a fantastic blocker. He'll do a good job defensively when he gets opportunities. And the other one I want to highlight is number 57, Grayson Decker. Grayson has also had both those guys have had great careers. They've been 3-year starters for this team. And number 57 will definitely be a difference maker for this team tonight. Now, lastly, Again, we still got 3.5 minutes until kickoff here, but we could probably talk for an hour telling stories because, this, as Tony mentioned, this used to be a district matchup. It is not anymore. Central Hardin's district consists of Warren Central, Barron County, and North Hardin. So those 4 teams is the district, and so those district games will be coming up later. But this is a traditional rivalry. It's one that Meade County for several decades has probably dominated to some degree. Probably in the last 6 or 7 years under Tim Mattingly, Central Hardin's enjoyed some more success.
Yes,
they've won quite a few games, and it's swung back to Central Hardin. Talk about the history of the matchup just a little bit, Tony, and where we're sitting tonight here in Brandenburg at what we affectionately, maybe not so affectionately, call the bowl. Yeah, it's the bowl.
I call it the mud bowl.
Not anymore.
Because now it's turf, which is amazing. I wish they had that turf when we coached and we had our spread teams and we like to sling the ball across the field. I mean, it feels like they always flooded it before we came in to slow us down.
Conspiracy theories, folks.
But I remember us coming out with buckets and screwdrivers to make sure we got some clean cleats so we could get through the game without getting stuck. But, I mean, it is a traditional rivalry game. But I really think Central can a real good chance in this game because, to me, the number one way to limit a good quarterback is you don't give them the ball.
Yeah.
And if they can
keep
control that line of scrimmage, run the ball, take time off the clock, keep Meade off the field, I mean, I think they got a chance to, win this game. And just by controlling in the run game, history-wise, it's been a back and forth. I mean, when Central first became a high school, Central was on top of most of the teams in this area. They're the North, and then it just seemed like somewhere around late 90s, early 2000s, Meade flipped a switch and just was dominating everything when it came to football. And like you said, once Coach Manley came back out, Central was able to kind of weather a storm and come back and start winning those games against this team.
Well, we for those of you who don't know, myself, Coach Menendez coached at Central Hardin, and we came over here several times and did not have great results. In fact, I think if you're a Meade County fan, you would remember that the one year we struggled over here the most, it turned out that this was the best team in the state of Kentucky that year. And they beat us twice, and one of those was a pretty good game. One of them was a pretty bad blowout. But they went down to the state championship game playing Scott County and should have won that football game. They had it stolen from them. They scored a touchdown that was called back, fumble recovery, return. And so we came down here, and what Coach Menendez is referring to is it's been rumored that even when it hadn't rained, the field was incredibly wet.
I've asked the younger Mattingly
if they did that.
Who
was a great quarterback here.
Who is a coach now for E-Town.
Yeah.
And he never would give me a straight answer for that question.
Well, that's the answer then. If he won't give you a straight answer, that's the answer.
But I do know that when Manley did play, the younger Manley, they became a very pass-happy team. But
he was fantastic.
But in that game, they weren't. They became a run-heavy team.
Sure.
And that field was full of mud and slowed
Tough
us down quite a bit.
For the Bruins that night. We'll see what happens this evening, but we
which is kind of funny. It's reversed right now.
It is. Meade County's going to want to throw
sling
it
with their turf field, and we wouldn't have mind if there was some mud down here this time.
So the Bruins will be on the season so far just 17 pass attempts in 3 games. 4 for 17, not super efficient. All big plays. They're averaging almost 40 yards a reception. So they're hitting big plays in the pass game. Probably looking for a little more consistency and being able to move the chains with it, but certainly they've hit the big plays. On the other side, Cade Scott, 36 of 74 for 700 yards and 6 touchdowns in 3 games, so averaging 200 yards a game. He's also rushed 16 times for 38 yards. So Cade Scott, Meade is now the team that's going to throw it. And Central Hardin's the team that's going to try to grind it out. So we're underway with a big high
pooch kick.
And well done by number 2 for Central Hardin there. That's Daquan Keith. He waves for a fair catch so he doesn't take a hit while he's trying to field the ball. Beautifully done there. Smart play and great field position for the Bruins.
And that pooch kick right at the beginning, that's kind of like a Meade County staple. Yeah. They are known to try to do that little early game or right after the half, little onside kick type thing, try to catch a team off guard. And get possession back, steal a possession early in the game or early in the half.
So good play then, obviously, from number 2, Daquan Keith, to maintain possession. The ball will be on the left hash. The center there is Carson Lamoth. The quarterback, number 19, Caleb Irwin, will be in the shotgun. This is an option team, but they're going to do it from flex and from spread. Give you a lot of different looks. Will the Bruins?
I mean, Meade's lined up in a bear formation. They're playing the run.
And there's a second option as they again, they're going to read this triple option, Tony. They're I was talking to one of the younger quarterbacks earlier today, and they're reading this triple option. So he's going to be reading either tackle or end man on the line for that first option. And then that time he decided to keep it himself and turn it up. 3-yard gain to start for Caleb Irwin there.
As a coach, that was always the plays that I would scare me was the triple option. I always was worried that somebody would
straight downhill
make the wrong
Tony.
decision and pitch it at the wrong time.
Yeah. Good carry for number 8, Gage Gurgley, as you were talking about, Tony. And he's picked up 6 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 1. As that one was not option football. It was just a lead play. They brought the wing inside to lead the back. Again, they're in kind of a shotgun look with the back behind the quarterback. Going to give again straight ahead. Look. Wow. 3-yard gain for Gurgley again. First down, Bruins, and they're over midfield, Tony, to the Meade County 49-yard line, and so a great start there on the first series for the Bruins and Coach Stockdale.
And this is what I'm saying. If the Bruins can do this game, just
maintain
possession and do slow drives down the field, just grinding it out.
Little fullback trap, nothing there. Number 53. And number 21 for Meade County on the tackle there.
That's Pruitt, 21.
Yeah, Ethan Spencer, number 53. He's a senior on the defensive line there. They're in a 4-man front look, 4-4 cover 3 look against this run-happy Central Hardin Bruins squad. It'll be 2nd down and 10 after the trap was played so well by the guys up front.
We got a little
motion early.
Yep.
They were getting ready to take a shot deep down the sideline to number 7.
False start.
That's going to make it 2nd and 15. Tough to do long yardage.
Long yardage run game when you get a change pushback just from miscommunication there. Looks like Central is running completely from wristbands and call-in plays.
Yeah.
No huddle.
That was number 7 that was going to be the intended receiver for Central Hardin. That's Corday Matthews. Plays a lot of cornerback, a really good defensive player there. Off tackle look here. It's a good run by Gurgley, making guys miss, but that's only going to be a 3-yard gain, though, Tony.
Well, I wasn't surprised there was a flag on it. It was a major horse. Oh, horse collar.
Oh, horse collar from behind.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he had a handful of was horse. He grabbed him by the mane and pulled him down.
Grabbed a handful of mane.
And pulled him down.
That is not something you hear very often, folks. Waxing poetic with Tony Menendez. Some substitutions for the Bruins here. It's a 3rd and 13. I thought it was going to be a 3rd and 12. Not much of a spot there. They gave him 2 yards, not 3. So 3rd and 13 on their own 48-yard line. Trips formation to the left. They're checking the wristbands. It's now a 2-deep look for the Green Wave. Oh, boy. Sacked.
Almost
fumbled.
Lost the ball.
He did put it on the ground. What are they going to say? They're talking about it, and it is Meade County Green Wave football. Number 56 comes up with the fumble recovery. Wow, what a play. That's Phoenix McCormick coming. He's got 9 tackles on the season. He comes up with the loose ball. I don't think it was McCormick that knocked it loose. I didn't catch the number of the guy off the left end. It was a blind-side hit on the left end.
He didn't punch it in and knock it out. It was just he got hit from a blind side. And
just
when
didn't see it coming.
The way he fell, he kind of because he had the ball up to throw and just got kind of knocked out of his hand there.
So a big sack and a big turnover. That flips the field and gets the ball back to the Green Wave offense here for their first possession. Again, Cade Scott at the quarterback. Roquest Wren, leading rusher in the backfield. There is a drop ball by Meade County. Again, there are a lot of situations in which Meade County is just not as efficient as they should be in the passing game. Great thrower of the ball. Great receivers out there. That was number 10, Aiden
Well, I don't even know
Bratcher.
if that would have gone anywhere if he would have caught it, because number 11 for Central was getting ready to blow him up as soon as he would have caught that ball.
11 is Talon Ledford. Senior was right there to be able to make the play. We've got 4 wide receivers here. Again, you're going to see this from the Green Wave. Sprinting out to his left. Throw. Wow.
Ooh, at the ground.
Way poorly thrown there. The intended receiver was number 2. Number 2 is Braden Mofield. Mofield's had 2 interceptions on the defensive side of the ball. Hasn't played a ton of offense, but he was the intended target. But again, that's what I was saying pregame. A little bit erratic at times. Cade Scott's super talented, big kid, but he just makes erratic throws.
Well, that one pass was a little too late. They threw on that little.
Yeah.
It was kind of almost like they were trying to do like a version of like a bubble screen, and then that last pass he just threw it at the ground.
3rd and 10.
He's got a guy open right there.
He's
That's
got
wide
Bratcher.
One
tackle to score. Touchdown, Green Wave. 40-yard touchdown toss. Wow. So the linebacker who was underneath that seam route got his hand up trying to knock the ball away and just missed it by inches.
You're gonna have to drift. If you're the linebacker on that and you have the guy running deep, you have to keep drifting back with him. You can't let him get behind you.
Yeah, you got to see him and run with him, and he never saw him. He was looking back at the quarterback, so he was just kind of stumbling backwards, trying to. If you can find the guy, get on his hip, maybe even knock him off his route a little bit, then he's going to struggle to be open on that sort of a route. That's Nolan Poole, number 27, to knock that extra point through. With 8:16 to go here in the first, it's Meade County up early, 7-0
took advantage of that turnover. And that'll kill you. You can't have turnovers, giving it into good field position with a quarterback who can throw the ball. That equals bad times.
Well, and again, notice there what this offense can do with Cade Scott at the quarterback position. Their top receivers, number 6, Branson Stull. We'll hear from him tonight, I assure you. But Aiden Bratcher, there was the target on the first play. He dropped a ball.
Yes.
They go back to him on the 3rd down play, and he catches a nice seam pass and makes a good move to score the football. So, again, with 8:16 to go, it's Meade County taking control early here. We'll see if Central Hardin can
that's the
respond.
matchup you want, that linebacker against your wide receiver in space. But as a linebacker, you got to recognize in that situation you're in coverage. You don't need to be looking back at the quarterback. You need to be reading the play and playing with your guy.
Yeah. That was the number 1 receiver, so I'm not sure where the corner was on coverage. And he was way deep, but I didn't see anybody back there. Did you? I don't know.
Well, I saw the safety started drifting over to that side, but by then he had already got over top of the linebacker, and it was a done deal.
Little pooch. It's loose. Wow, good play to recover. They found a dead spot there and just pooched it right into that dead spot. Woo.
That could have been bad.
I think was that number 85 that recovered that? Somebody dove on that ball for Central Hardin, or that would have been a disaster. Could have been kind of the beginning of the end if you don't get a hold of that thing. So a big play on the special teams. 2 well-executed special teams plays from Central Hardin's return team, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line here. Again, 4-4 cover 3 look. It could be, it's a cover 3 look. It's a zone defense look in the coverage back end. Deep motion, turn and give. Tackles being broken left and right. Boy, Gurgley's a low. Boy, Carson Lamoth
only got a couple out of it, though.
Maybe 3? What do you think? Or did you just get 2? Maybe just 2.
I think it's just 2.
2 yards for Gurgley. Had to break several tackles to just pick up a couple of yards. So these are some tough yards they're having to get here against this 8-man box. They're facing a 4-4 look, and the linebackers, the outside linebackers, aren't spread very far. They're having to block 8 here.
They're saying they're daring.
Exactly.
Central to throw the ball.
Ooh,
Captain.
quarterback's going to keep. I think he just missed the handoff on that one. Again, that's Irwin. He's going to carry there, pick up 3 yards. So Irwin, not a bad play.
4, it looks like.
I think he was trying to hand off and just lost control of the ball and had to take it and turn up and run. 3rd down and 4 now for the Bruins. Again, they're from their own 43 at this point.
Meade's lining up again in the same formation. 4-4, 8 guys in the box, daring to throw it.
Number 4, Jackson Rashaw, is at the right wing. Number 11, Caden Taylor at the left wing. So a couple of their big weapons are on either end of the line of scrimmage here in a wing T, kind of a traditional wing T look. Pistol formation with the back right behind the quarterback there. Inside handoff. Wow, they're trying to give it to Taylor and make a big play. Nothing doing. Maybe, well, he got almost 3. He got 2 yards there. Was able to make a couple guys miss it. Trying to run a scissors action there.
Yep.
Tony. So I'm going to give him 2. It's going to bring up, well, they gave him 3 yards. Boy, they're generous on that one.
It's hard to run with 8 guys in the box.
It is. They're going to go for it here. Look at this, I think. It's 4th and 1 on their own 46. Maybe not. Maybe so.
Or maybe so. I think they're in a big boy package.
They're in a big boy package, but there's a laundry on the field already. They've got all the big guys out there. They've got a tailback in the back. I think that's Gurgley. 2 up backs. And Caden Taylor, who's now going to run off the field. Too many men on the field. And so I have a feeling that now, when they change the package to all the big guys, one guy did not get off the field.
One guy did not get the memo.
Did not get the memo. So it's 4th and 6, and they'll have to bring the punting unit on. Wow. Small error, but it could make a big difference here.
So I would like to see that package again.
We might see it at some point. I have a feeling being down early here, 6 minutes to go, they'll punt it away here after 3 downs. They pick up 9 yards. Penalty there stops the 4th and 1 attempt. Kick is away. I think it's Loudermilk, Seth Loudermilk kicking that. Wow, big kick, big roll.
They ended up with both drives pretty much died because of penalties.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they were forced into throwing that ball because of it going from a 3rd and short to a 3rd and long.
48-yard kick from Seth Loudermilk, aided by the roll. I've always been a proponent of you've got to catch every punt. Even if you fair catch all of them, if you catch it, you're going to save yourself yards. They probably gave up about 10 or 11 yards there, Meade County did, by not catching that kick. So they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 11-yard line here, and we'll see what Cade Scott can do. Again, Roquest Wren to his right.
He's got a guy uncovered right now. Throw it.
And that's where they go with it. Absolutely. Good running to the ball to make the tackle, but it's a 5-yard gain on the pass. I'm trying to see, I think it's Branson Stoll, who I mentioned earlier, as their top receiver.
I remember when I was coaching middle school ball way back in the day when we ran the spread, I told my quarterback his first job was to look and count and see how many guys are actually covered.
Yeah.
And if one of them was not, they knew.
Throw it.
Immediately throw it to that guy.
There was a quick play action, just a token fake there on that play, but he knew he was coming up where he was going to throw the football on that play. They're going to give it to Wren straight ahead. He breaks right. Wow, yeah, good run.
That's a first down.
There was
a couple little change after that.
Yeah, big push up front, Tony. We'll give him an 8-yard gain on the first carry for Roquest Wren. And it'll be 1st and 10 now from the 24-yard line.
I mean, I assume you're going to see a lot of inside and outside zone when they decided to run the ball, since they're running out of this spread look.
Yeah, both teams kind of employing at times the pistol look, which means the back is behind the quarterback who's in the shotgun. Here, Wren is going to be to the right. Tight end right, trips to the left. Stoll's going to get set to the left here.
I mean, I would throw it to the guy underneath. Oh, my God, number 6.
There again. There goes Wren for about 9 yards there. So they're not stopping the run or the pass at this point. They're going to have to make some kind of an adjustment to take something away and make them one-dimensional.
If I was the Meade County coach, I'd line up at trips again just to see if the defense defense recognizes the third man to pick him up. If they don't, that could be a quick, easy score.
They did not. There was a completely uncovered third receiver, which is kind of what they're doing right now. Number 27 may be just outside there for Central Hardin.
Oh, he's coming in.
He is. It makes the play, too. Nice tackle there. Number 27 is Michael Hildebrand, makes a nice tackle to limit that carry to a 1 yard gain. Wren just picking up one that time, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 3:36 to go in the first. Clock running here. Meade County up 7-0.
Marching it downfield.
Started this drive at their own 11. Sprint out. I don't think he's throwing the ball as well, but there's a beautiful throw and a poor tackle.
Nice job turning away from the tackler and getting even more on that pass play.
About a 15-yard gain. That is number 16, Ethan Kaiser. Another one of their top receiving options. Stoll and Kaiser at E-Town were their top 2 receiving options.
It looks like the Greenway was doing the same thing. They're not going huddle either. They're just going straight from their spins as well.
Yep. First and 10. They're over the 50-yard line. And there it is, Tony. To Stoll. There's that uncovered receiver. He's just going to run about 5 yards and kind of turn
just chuck it.
Turn and look for the football.
I mean, I'd almost want to go to a huddle just to tell them, get ready to stock block for 6 and let him rip.
So they're going to give him, I'm going to say it's an 8-yard gain on that one, as they're really getting in rhythm here, moving the football down the field. Again, started at their own 11.
This time they're covering the trips.
The third guy is not covered. But on the short side of the field, it could be a tough play to get off. Wren is going to take it, though, and easily. Grayson Decker is there on the tackle. Along with number 84, Braden Begley.
Behind that.
Yeah, a bunch of them there. So another big pickup there for about 4 or 5 yards for Wren. We're going to give him 5. He's down inside the 35 to the 33. 1st and 10 Green Wave as they continue this march. 1:38 to go in the first quarter. They could go up 2 scores here early in this game. That would make it really tough on this Bruin squad. Throwing to the right side. Wow, nice throw and catch. It's Bratcher there to make the catch. About a 9-yard reception. Number 7 on the tackle.
Those slot receivers, I'd almost be tempted to try to throw it on a little post route because of the way the coverage is lining up with the Bruins.
Yeah, the 2 safeties are split pretty far apart. You could hold one easily to get the middle of the field. Number 7 was Corday Matthews who made that tackle there again. Putting a lot of pressure on Corday Matthews as he's been getting a lot of activity on the right side over there as the quarterback, Cade Scott, continues to throw to his right a lot. They're going to throw a flag on 2nd and 1 here, or is it a timeout? Timeout called Meade County. Again, 7-0, 2nd and 1, 32 seconds to go in the first quarter. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools, live streaming Channel 1 programming. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgenville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. So they come out of the timeout here. I don't know if they saw something on their side they didn't like or something on the Central Hardin side they want to exploit on this play. But we'll see what their reaction. They have spread the field considerably more with their 3 wide receivers left here than they have been.
Well, I almost want to go trips to the wide side so you don't
Well,
run into your own. But
it looks like a man-to-man look from this Bruins squad right here. There's 3 guys on 3 out here. Cover 0 look. They're going to blitz on 2nd and 1. And
just to try to get the first. Looked like he coughed a ball up there for a second. But
they're going to say Meade County has retained possession. In fact, they give them a pretty good gain there. I didn't see that, but
that's where it popped forward. Some of the Meade County player was able to jump on it. The fumble actually led them to a first down.
It did, a 3-yard gain on the we're going to give those yards to Roques Wren, even though he coughed it up 2 yards forward. I don't know who else to give that to.
That's the end of the first quarter.
And that's the end of the first quarter. When we come back from the quarter break, it'll be 1st and 10, I believe at about the 22-yard line. So, boy, this Meade County offense starting on their own 11, really going all the way down the field. We'll see if the Bruins can get a stop here. eTownSelfStorage.com. Finally a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs. Featuring video surveillance, climate-controlled self-storage, but also storage for RVs and boats. With electrical outlets in every spot to keep everything charged up and ready to go when you are. Go to eTownSelfStorage.com for more information. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located off I-65, exit 91 on 311 Steel Drive. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. So we're 12 minutes in, and Meade County is threatening here. Tony, what can the Bruins do to
Well, first they got to get a stop here.
this? Yeah.
The 2 series the Bruins have had, both times they shot themselves in the foot with penalties costing them to have to drop yardage.
Yeah.
Which then led to
the 4th and 1, and then the 2nd and 10. They had,
well, we had a 4th and 1 where they brought this. I'm going to call it an elephant package, is what we usually call it.
Yeah, sure. The big guys.
The big guys, or jumbo package, and one too many guys on the field coming out for that series and causing them to drop all the way back. And then we had the other play where they were moving down the field pretty good, and then another penalty making it into a long 3rd down instead of a short 3rd down. So
it's a cover 0 look with blitz coming here. They're going to throw just a little swing
and
to
that
Francis Stull, and he just made.
That was not a good breakdown and tackle. He just got, as we used to call it, that was an Olay tackle.
Olay. That was Mason Smith out there trying to make a play in the open field. That's tough to do.
We got a flag there at the end of the play, so let's see what happened with that.
Could be a hit out of bounds. We'll see what happens there. But it was an 11-yard completion there. Stull caught the swing.
If we get a late hit or a personal foul, that's going to put them on the goal line.
Well, they went out of bounds at about the 11. It could be a half the distance situation, so we may have it right about the 5.5. It'll be 1st and goal regardless.
Yep, we got half the distance.
Well, 1st and goal here, and again, they throw the little bubble screen to Branson Stull, and boy, he just went to work. Again, when you got man-to-man, if you're that far off in that case, which we played a lot of man where you were off, where you weren't right up on the line.
But
you got to run to the football. You can't let the guy catch and just be comfortable and make a move on you.
When you're doing man-to-man, I mean, your eye should be on the man and inside. The first read should be the tackle and seeing, okay, is he blocking or is he pushing
block
forward
or pass
block? And that should already tell you what you're going to have to do. And if that receiver is stepping back, you know it's going to be a screen.
Ran straight ahead, 3 yards down to the 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Another flag thrown.
Let's see, that was after the play was done, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's another unnecessary roughness, a personal foul on the
extra
defense.
festivities at the end of the play.
Yeah, which is, again, silly. You're only down 7-0 at this point, and if you're getting frustrated at this point, that is not a good sign. Not a lot of tackling. Here's the other thing. If you are, unsportsmanlike, and they'll make it a 1st down, I believe, and it'll go half the distance to the 1 now, just outside the 1. But also, if you're in man coverage and the guy backs up, you should go to him.
Yeah.
Run at him, because he's running a bubble or a screen pass, and if it's man, that's where you're going.
I mean,
don't sit there and wait and see what's happening.
I personally took that as a thing of pride with our secondary we coached back in the day. I mean, a lot of times they were yelling the run pass call.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Even
faster.
screen if you got that.
Sometimes faster than the linebackers
Yeah.
were recognizing it. So I mean that's a taught skill.
Looks like quarterback sneak here as he goes under center. I don't think he got there. They're not signaling it yet. No, they're saying it's down.
I mean, he was short.
Yeah, the Meade County guys all signaled for a touchdown, and he tried to squirt off to the left side, but boy, there was a lot of penetration and a good push from that defensive front. Carson Lamoth checking back in. They're going to try to continue that. So it's the first time they've been under center. As soon as they went under center, I'm thinking, oh, it's sneak. It's sneak. You got the big 6'4" quarterback, and he's just going to try to push
just
it
reach
in.
over.
Yeah, he could. If he just wants to dive up in the air, he could do that. They're going to go trips left here. See if he jumps under center. He does. It's going to be another sneak look here.
Yeah, that's him himself this time.
Ooh, he didn't get it. He didn't get it.
So.
He didn't get it.
They were able to push him back.
Did not get it. Wow. They did not make it first and goal earlier, so it's fourth down and goal from the one here. So the Bruins have one big play away from getting this thing stopped, and boy, Meade County needs to execute whatever they're going to do here. So far, 2 sneaks from the 1-yard line. They don't have it yet. They're going to substitute number 11 into the ball game here, Meade County. I formation is what they want. Ran in the backfield. They're going to take it back and
they're passing.
Wide open.
Almost picked off.
Wow, so close. Good throw. So listen, he throws that to Bratcher in the slot between the backers. But number 6, Branson Stoll, is wide open in the corner of the end zone, 8 yards away from anybody. That's the kind of thing I see Cade Scott do that concerns me for him. Is that is just a strange decision to make right there.
Well, he almost threw a pick, and that would have been a pick 6.
Yeah, it's going the other way.
It's going the other way. But got it off. And unless this is a shank, this should be 14-0 Meade.
And it's through, so 14-0 is the score. 9:56 to go here in the second quarter. Again, I believe that catch was Aiden Bratcher, number 10, who caught the first touchdown. So 14 points. 12 of them go to Aiden Bratcher by way of pass from Coach Jason Scott, quarterback Cade Scott. And, wow, Meade County Green Waves really out to a great start here early in this ballgame. That was an 89-yard drive.
I mean, it killed the last of the first quarter and ate a little bit of the second quarter. Not much, but
over half of that first quarter. Quite a long, sustained drive, and you love to see that if you're Coach Mofield.
They had 2. And that was the hopeful straight that we were hoping for the Central.
For Central is that they would control
long sustained drives, control clock, keep the quarterback off the field. But it's gone the opposite way. And Central started both possessions with good field position because Meade's done this little pooch kick both times, and Central's recovered each time. Let's see if they put somebody in the middle this time.
They have not. Well, there he is. Yeah. 15, Caleb Wilson is going to be in the middle of the field this time to try to keep from that happening.
From that dead zone happening again.
There's a lot of space over here on this side closest to us at right about the 40-yard line. Number 27 is Nolan Poole, the kicker for Meade County. They've got, a guy coming on the field late.
And a guy going off the field. There's going to be a flag on that.
Yeah, that's a flag. As they did not have the right
personnel.
People on the field there. They had an extra guy on the field. They were trying to substitute at the last second. And again, that's something you wouldn't expect to see week 4, where you're not sure. We saw that with the jumbo package.
It looks like they're going for that front line to be more skill position guys up front there.
Yeah, they want some guys that can handle the ball.
Maybe almost like a hands team.
Sure.
And so I could see that happening, but that should have been discussed before it ever started. Kids should have known not to go out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because this makes the pooch kick that much easier.
All right, they're set this time. Again, the ball is going to be put at the 45. Again, it's kicker Nolan Poole getting ready. Let's see what he's got for him this time. Another pooch.
He's going to kick it right there.
And again, another. Oh, dropped. That's exactly what can happen. And again, that's number 2 again. This time is Daquan Keith, who made the catch on the first one. So he does a good job calling for the fair catch, but the ball hits him right in the middle of the chest and bounces off of his shoulder pads. Couldn't handle that. And so with 9:56, a second turnover now. We had the sack fumble before that led to points.
I mean, this isn't good times.
This is worst case scenario.
You do not want the ball on your side of the field right after being scored on.
Wow.
Which gives Meade County more chance to eat up time of possession.
First and 10. Cade Scott looking deep. They're trying to make a big play right off the turnover. Good throw. It's Bratcher. He couldn't come up with an incomplete pass there. Second and 10 now after the incomplete pass. It's been a while since Cade Scott's thrown an incomplete pass. He had hit 7 in a row before that one after starting 0 for 2. So he'd gone 7 completions in a row, and that one there on the scramble drill, it looked like he got it in there, and Bratcher just couldn't handle it. It was a little low. He had to kind of dive for it, but it's a pretty good throw in that scramble drill situation.
With the spacing they're giving to that third receiver in the slot,
oopsie daisies. It's going to make it 2nd and 15. So let's just see. Now they've made their first mistake on the offensive side of the ball. We've talked about Central's mistakes. Well, let's see if they can overcome it, though. With the passing game, it's a little more possible that they could overcome that. And, again, this could be a 4-down situation because they are in Central Hardin territory.
This is where I would look to do, like, a little screen pass.
They can run that bubble again, possibly.
A little bubble screen, trying to just pick up, if you can get half of it with one play.
Well, now they're playing up on those 2 receivers, so Central Hardin is going to try to take that away. And they're in a man-to-man look here, but Scott's going to run it. He's got plenty of room out there. They lost contain. Whoever contain rush was did not keep contain on that a bit.
Yeah, he just set that edge, and he did not.
So Cade Scott's going to carry that one for about 11 or 12 yards. They're going to make it 10. Thought he was a little further up the field on that deal, but 10-yard carry there makes it 3rd and 5, so a long 5, maybe even 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
So 3rd and 6, they're going to call it a 9-yard gain, not a 10-yard gain. And he did go out of bounds. The clock did stop. They're setting the trips into the short side, but here comes Stoll across in motion. He's going to work on the outside here. They throw it to Aiden Bratcher, breaking tackles down to the 20. Yeah, about a 14-yard 3rd down pickup. So good play there, Tony. They bring the motion across. He runs a deeper out, almost like a short corner, to try to clear the safety. And then you've got your tight end working to the flat quickly, and you're able to get him the ball, and the outside linebacker couldn't make a tackle on him. Yeah.
I mean, he had him. And
he had an opportunity and just couldn't make the play there. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. 8:43 and counting here. Cade Scott having a heck of a game. He's going to give to Roquest Wren, and he is stacked up. Trying to see who the original guy was there, Tony. It's the guy on the bottom on the ground.
It's like 34.
Yeah, I'm seeing 41. Seth Loudermilk just got up off the bottom of that pile. So the senior used to play linebacker last year. Is he playing up front on the line of scrimmage? Yeah, he looks like he's playing defensive tackle right now. So big play, 4-yard loss there for Wren. Second and 14 wasn't a problem for him last series. Smashed! Ball on the ground. Picked up. Big guy running. Is that Louderman? Who is that? That's Louderman. He plays fullback, Tony. He can run a little. He's got an opportunity to go all the way. Big play, Central Hardin Bruins.
Woo! Got a flag way back there. Which makes me think somebody
blocking the back.
Dadgum. When the play is past you, leave it alone. That's the only reason you would see a flag way back there is a block in the back. And when the ball is past you, when the runner has passed you up, just leave it be. Let him go.
Well, a huge hit. I couldn't see. Did you see who the guy was that made the big hit? It came off the left defensive end. I don't know if it was an outside back or blitz or it was the defensive end. But Scott didn't see him coming at all. Didn't feel the rush. Usually quarterbacks can feel that kind of thing about to happen.
Well, it looked like it was a little bubble screen to the Trips #6 slot receiver.
Stole again, yeah.
He kind of stalked down and went back, and it wasn't there. They actually came up and covered it, and
so he had to hold the ball
and figure out what else to do with it. And
by the time he looked up, there was a guy.
There was a guy in his face.
Yeah. So big play there, big scoop and score by Seth Loudermilk. Unfortunately, is going to come back. Wow. I mean, you make a huge play,
and that's a game-turning play.
It really is. But unfortunately, you don't get any points. You had points, and somebody makes a mental error. I'm telling you, if I'm Coach Stockdale, on a whenever that film session is, I am wearing some folks out. I mean, that just doesn't make a bit of sense. And now on 1st and 10, there is now a flag already thrown because they've got an extra guy on the field again. An extra guy on the field. This is the third time they've had the wrong personnel in the game. Extra guy on the field. So now it's 1st and 15. They're barely over the 50-yard line here. It's going to be 1st and 10 or 1st and 15 from the Meade County 47. They were starting at the 42. So after the big hit and the big fumble recovery,
it should have been for a touchdown.
Should have been for a touchdown. So 2 mistakes already, and they haven't run a play. Rough. They're going to throw a quick slant. Good throw and catch for about a 8 or 9 yard gain. Receiver on that was number 12. That's R.J. Goodman. Good catch by Goodman there. We're going to give him an 8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down and 7. So first throw from Irwin. Successful there. Good throw by the lefty on the slant route. Lots of space and found him there. That was good. 7-16 and counting
They're
here.
in the pistol look again. Number 4
go to Gergley. No, he keeps.
Keeps it.
Irwin, good run. Picks up about 6. 3rd and 1 coming up. A big play here for the Bruins. 7 minutes to go, and you talked about possession and keeping possession. Boy, it would be really good to run a lot of clock here and score a touchdown. If you could go in down 7 at the half, that would be a massive victory for the Bruins.
The only bad thing is Meade is getting the ball back.
Yeah, and they
start
can move it quick.
Start the second half.
They will. That's true. Trips formation, again, a pistol look with the running back behind the shotgun quarterback. It's more of a 4-3 look here.
He's
just
got
off
it.
The
He's
left.
got some space. And
just
Gergley. Tripped up.
About a 12-yard gain from Gage Gergley.
I thought he was gone.
Wow.
For the races.
That was a toe tackle. He was just tripped up. There goes the scissors action again, and there's a fumble. It's on the ground. Taylor puts it on the ground, but it goes out of bounds, fortunately.
Meade almost had it.
So this is the kind of thing that teams that are struggling do. They just make a lot of mistakes, and so that one there, again, another big mistake, and it's a tough one because if he breaks that tackle, he's got a lot of space to run there. But ball knocked free. Doesn't have good ball security. It's going to bring a 2nd and 12 on the loss. Second and 12. And there's a whistle and a flag. Delay again.
Delay again. Now we're going to have a 2nd and 15. Or that, nope, second and 16.
Yeah, another 5-yard penalty, another error there. Not getting the play in and getting the play executed on time. You have the clocks on both ends, 25-second play clock. A quick screen there outside. Number 4, Jackson Shaw breaks a tackle.
Ooh.
Good run. He picks up 7 yards. It'll bring up a 3rd and 10. So again, Caleb Irwin on this drive has made 2 good throws on short routes, and so
if I'm the coach on this play here, I mean, this is 2-down territory.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I mean,
well,
does it have to be a home run?
You can kick a field goal, Tony. Here, they are in field goal. They're in field goal range. They've got a great kicker.
Being down 14 and about to get Meade County the ball back in the half.
Yeah. Tough call. That's why I'm not on the sideline right now.
I think coach is going to end up needing a light over here.
They've got some right here if you want to. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties in the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at mugabug.com. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple, has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point, or find us online at westpointbank.com. West Point Bank, working better together. 5:36 to go in the second quarter. 14-0 Meade County Green Waves, and the turnover when Meade County had the opportunity to go in and score and go up 21-0. The sack, the strip sack with the fumble with the recovery by Seth Loudermilk has the Bruins with an opportunity to get back in this football game.
Which they need to do right quick.
This is it, buddy.
As we call it. It's a right quick time.
3rd and 11. Again, it is probably 4-down territory. They could kick a field goal in this circumstance, but I kind of agree with Tony here that they may need 7 points here. Play action. Look, Irwin looking downfield. Nobody there. He's running for his life now. He's going to throw it away, but I think he was sacked. His knees were down, and he's now holding his leg. And they're going to have to bring somebody out for Caleb Irwin there. I think they're going to call it a sack, or are they calling it an incomplete pass? What do we got here?
Well,
whatever it is, it's 4th down.
We don't have instant replay to look up close to see if his knee was slightly down before he slung
I think it was, but I don't know what the call was on the field.
Well, it doesn't look like they're moving the chains back, so
they're not. They're not moving that down marker.
They're going to call it a pass.
So he got rid of it, according to the officials, and that incomplete pass will bring up a 4th and 11. First incompletion by Caleb Irwin. He just had to throw that one away as he could not escape.
And that was just good coverage by Meade County. Everybody was blanking.
Yeah, everybody was covered. He looked went through several of his reads. Nobody available. Number 11 was the guy that was chasing him down. That was Town Ledford. And Ledford was all over Caleb Irwin. That may bring sophomore Caleb Wilson into the game. He's played some in these first few games. He's number 15. 16 carries for 45 yards already on the season. Caleb Wilson. We'll see if they're going to go for it. No, I see the kicker out,
the kicker's
Tony.
out there.
And their kicker is a phenomenal kicker. Micah Chenault, 4 for 4 on extra points this year. I've seen him kick from over 40 yards before successfully. This will be a 43-yarder. And Micah Chenault has plenty of leg for this. We'll see if he hits the ball well. 5:28 to go. It would be good to get on the board here.
It's up.
Hits it well. And it's through. 43-yarder, Micah Chenault.
So the Bruins get some points on the board. Much needed.
You're not kidding. Wow, 5:24 to go. It's 14-13. Meade County Green Wave in front. This is an HCEC-TV student production division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownSelfStorage.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom, Comcast Cable's Channel 2, and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Watch From the Sidelines, a sports show featuring our student athletes and teams. So the Green Wave will get the ball back again. Last time they were stopped as the Bruins created a turnover after having given up a couple of turnovers themselves.
Let's see if they do try to pull a little pooch kit themselves.
Well, you never know what Coach Stockdale may have in store here. Again, he's got super experienced kicker Micah Chenault, who just hit a 43-yard field goal. Certainly could try any number of things here. Haven't seen a lot of teams at the high school level kicking the ball deep these days. It's a lot of squib kicks, a lot of grounders, a lot of pooch kicks. Trying to keep those guys in the back who are the great athletes from having the ball in their hands.
We got lucky we had a player named, was it John Wallace?
John Wallace, who would kick it through the end zone every time. Chenault's going to pooch one up the right sideline. It's fielded there, knocked out of bounds. That was Aiden Bratcher.
Looks like he gets it about on the 31.
Yep. So 5:21, the Green Wave will take over.
So I wonder if the new NFL kickoff rule
will ever filter down.
If ever filter down, if they get enough popularity out of this season with it, with the colleges and the high schools, want to try something like that.
Looks like Coach Stockdale and the Bruins have gone back to a cover zero look. It's a man-to-man. Well, maybe not. I don't know what that look is. They've got three guys over three there. I never loved that, but they're trying to stop the run. Man-to-man coverage. Taylor doing a great job covering on Stoll, and Stoll couldn't come up with it. So good coverage. It was a man-to-man cover look.
Yeah, he started off the ball about 7-8 yards, but he stalked up right quick, right when it was snapped. So
yeah, he attacked the ball, which they did not do on
that first couple
one to
series.
Stoll before. Yeah, well done there. So 2nd and 10 now. Ball is on the 32. Again, the incomplete pass stops the clock. I'm sure the Bruins would love to get it back here if they can. This is straight man-to-man look. Oh, pressure is there. Ball is just thrown away.
That could have been a pick.
Yeah. So what happens?
Those sideline floaters are the scariest thing for a quarterback to throw, because if it does not reach out of bounds, that could easily lead to a pick six.
Absolutely. It was 12 R.J. Goodman over there in coverage that had the shot at it. Certainly, Cade Scott's got a strong enough arm, and he was able to get it all the way out of bounds. But again, when you go man-to-man like this, it's dangerous because you can hit a deep ball. If one guy gets beat deep, it's over. But you should be able to get pressure, which they did. They were able to get a lot of pressure because you're going to be bringing 6 or 7 defenders. And they got there that time. 3rd and 10 here after 2 incomplete passes. And Coach Mofield wants a timeout here, which makes a lot of sense because you're going to end up going to figure out, hey, what are we going to do with this man cover look? And to me, it's a pretty simple idea. You can go deep if you want to try to get a one-on-one situation, but to me, pick play. You got trips formation you're running all the time. Take your 2 outside guys, run them on a slant, and pick off the guy who's guarding the 3rd receiver. Have him run a little out route, and he's by himself.
Or run twins with a tight end on the edge, have him block and then release, and those guys are in man. That tight end could be wide open for a post.
Down the middle?
Yeah, down the middle.
Down the middle of the field. The seam route or some sort of skinny post from tight end or one of the tight slot receivers is a tough one to cover. Again,
especially when you're going zero.
Exactly, but they've put their best defender on that inside slot. Stoll is being guarded by Caden Taylor, their fastest player, their best cover guy. So we're in 3rd and 10 here. They've got the same defensive look. They're bringing the house on the blitz here. And you took the inside route. Coming across, great coverage, and it's going to be turned over on downs here. Number 4, Jackson Rashaw in coverage. against Aiden Bratcher. So what they've done, Tony, is they've decided, hey, we're going to cover their guys. We're good enough athletes. We're going to cover them. We're going to bring pressure. And when you bring all those guys in the box, now they can't run it either.
No, yeah, they're going, like you said, cover zero. Everybody's got their man, which is easy for the secondaries. Like, just stay with your man.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't leave your man.
Yeah, it's not difficult. But and the other thing it does is, for those of you out there, we keep saying cover zero. Zero means there's zero deep help. There's not a safety back deep. Everybody's man-to-man, and you're blitzing everybody else. And here comes the kick. It's away. And they do
field it.
Get to the ball, and it's a good return up the right sideline to the 35-yard line.
About a 10-yard return, 12-yard return?
That was Caden Taylor again there. So, again, great on coverage. He fields the ball there on that punt and gets the ball upfield. We've got 4:55. The Bruins have an opportunity here if they can get something going offensively to try to get themselves again back into this ball game. The last drive stalled at about the 25-yard line. We'll see if they can't get something going a little bit better here.
Yeah, and if they keep that cover zero look on defense, as long as they can make sure they attack the ball too, because one of the things teams like to do against the cover zero is to roll a quick screen pass, but that means your men have to go up and attack. They cannot drop at all.
Yeah, you're that's dangerous because there's no deep help.
There's no deep help, but I mean that's the gamble with the cover zero.
Yeah, give straight ahead to Gage Gurgley, maybe 2 yards, maybe just 1. They're going to give him 2, so Gurgley, 2nd and 8 coming up here. The thing is, though, Tony, again, you can run those little out routes, you can run those little rub routes or pick plays, screen plays.
I mean, mesh would be
and
good.
They're going to
mesh is a good play in that too because you can cause some rub
going
across
absolutely.
the middle.
Mesh in the middle, as long as you can do it quickly enough so the quarterback can get rid of it. But the problem is they're going to hit a big play. You kind of have to keep mixing it up. You can't play it every down. 2nd and 8 here, looking for that slant again, and they get it. Nice job breaking a tackle. Wow, big play. I believe that's Goodman again, number 12, on the reception. 26-yard reception from Caleb Irwin to R.J. Goodman. So Goodman's 2nd reception on the ball game. A nice throw and catch. I've got a little chemistry. The corner broke on that really well. Almost got it. That's what allowed for there's Gurgley bouncing off outside. He's got room. Gage Gurgley up the sideline. Got a chance. Blocker in front. Touchdown, Bruins. Wow. 37-yard run from Gage Gurgley. That was impressive. I kept looking around, Tony, to see if there was a flag somewhere. But before I yelled touchdown Bruins, I was scanning the field.
I was yelling snap it down because I saw the
play
position.
Clock?
No, I saw the position of the coverage, how they were off. I knew if they either did a quick hitch pass there to the inside slot or ran outside, it should have been a score because of how far back the guys were playing off of them.
So, wow. What a turn of events,
The
Tony.
safety was playing over top of the middle, so there was a patch of grass. If you could get there quick before they got to shift over, and it looked like Meade was the safety was yelling at one of the backers to slide over, and he did not slide over fast enough.
Well, and boy, strangely enough, in the same circumstances, they're running the ball straight, maybe some sort of inside zone look. The defense collapses. And when he bounces outside, there's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
Nobody there. Except some really good downfield blocking by a slot receiver and then Caden Taylor. The wide receiver out there did a good job getting out in front and shielding any of the defenders. Wow. A little bit of a turnaround here, Tony.
Turnaround.
14-10 with 3:37 to go. Again, Meade County looked like they're about to take a 21-0 lead. What was that, about 7 minutes ago? 10 minutes, 9.5 to go in this second quarter. And then the turnover occurs, and everything has changed here. And we'll see if these Bruins can keep
they've got the momentum going for them. I mean, the crowd noise has died down quite a bit on the Meade County side right now.
I'm seeing a few of them a little confused and throwing their hands up in the air like, what is going on? And that's kind of how I feel right now. What's going on? It's a great job. Well, it's Micah Chenault set up. And the kick is away, and it's deep. Stoll's got it at the 4. We'll see if they can, oh boy, a couple big hits from the coverage team. And they are able to run him out of bounds at about the 24-yard lines. I believe it was Stoll, number 6, on the return. And, boy, they hammered him out of bounds.
So if you're Meade right now, do you press to try to score here or try to burn this clock and
No. 3:31 to go, Tony, with this passing attack and this quarterback. You try to take advantage of what you're seeing, especially if they continue to stay in this man-to-man cover 0 look. Man, I'm trying to take advantage of it. I'm going to hit a big play here, and it certainly looks like that's what's about to happen here. It is still a cover 0 look. It's a kind of a 5-man front 52 look with everybody else playing a man-to-man. And they're going to give the ball straight ahead right into the teeth of that 7-man front. Maybe 3 yards for Roquest Wren.
The other thing, too, when you play against a cover 0, if you can create a scene for the run.
Yeah, there's nobody back there.
There's nobody back there to stop it. You're gone.
Right. If you do happen to hit a seam, there's no safety. Well, they are off quite a bit, but I'm telling you, the route to run is a little
I say
pick play down there.
Number 13, see if he's dropping back something.
They're going to run the football. Maybe you're right. Maybe they're going to be content.
We got a flag on the play.
Yeah, the offensive lineman number 53 for Meade County was downfield on the linebacker, and after the play was well over, just absolutely cleaned his clock. So that's going to be 15 yards going backwards for the Green Wave. Again, I think by 2 runs, maybe Coach Mofield's like, let's see if we can't go in up 14-10, but he's going to give them the football back.
But now, with that penalty there.
If he's not careful here and give them good field position, and the Bruins
the clock stops.
are going to have another opportunity. So. Yeah, if they can make a play defensively here. What do they got? They have, Central Hardin has 2 timeouts left here. And
we got 3rd down and
well, it's gonna be 2nd down because it was after the play.
It was after the play.
So third down and a million. 17, 3rd and 17.
And where you're in this spot of the field, you do not want your quarterback scrambling around trying to throw the ball, because all you need is for him to get hit and cough up on that side of the field. I feel like they're going to run the ball right here.
Just run some clock and. No, he's
looking
downfield, and he's got somebody open if he can throw it far enough on the run. Dropped it. Wow. So the coverage was good. Again, it was number 7 on the coverage. That's Corday Matthews, who's a pretty good corner. It was 16.
I don't know if he catches if a flag should be thrown for offensive pass interference because he pushed
maybe, but
the
Kaiser
DP way out of the way.
He did well. So he was on him, but then Kaiser, right at the last second, it was almost like Matthews stopped to jump for the ball, and Kaiser kept going, and the ball went over Matthews' head. Could have been caught right in his hands.
This is a dangerous place to punt it to.
Yeah.
This is
standing on his own 1 yard line.
They can get a good block right here. We got a flag on the play.
Both guys calling for a fair catch, and he started to run with it. That could be a flag.
That could be a flag as well. Coach, you need to remind the return man, once you call fair catch, no moving after you catch the ball. It is where
fair
it
catch
is.
Means don't run with the ball. You just called a fair catch.
But I think there's a flag.
There is a flag. It's on Meade
County.
County. Do you make them kick it again, Tony, or just take the ball at the 45? I mean, it was a really good kick, but you have possession.
I would be tempted to push them back and make them
would
kick again.
Too, because that was a good kick.
Because you could get a decent return.
Yeah, get really good field position. But they're going to take the football. I don't mind that decision. It's just they could possibly get a. Anyway, it's not a bad decision. It's actually at the 49. Wow, good field position. So 2:21 to go, 2 timeouts. Again, this is not a passing team, but I think with 2 timeouts, you can run the football here and get 6 or 7 plays at least here late in the half. With 2 timeouts, it's possibly 7 or 8 plays if you hustle. Wow,
Nice
another big
blocks.
play. Gurgley breaking a tackle.
Oh, man.
Still running down to the 32. 20-yard gain. We'll make it a 19-yard gain. So runs of 37 and 19 on his last 2 carries. The same kind of play where the left side is really making a lot of space for him to run.
And with the 2 timeouts right now for Central, I mean,
yeah, the clock can run.
Watch,
it's
watch
fine.
the play clock.
Sure.
Make sure there's no reason
Don't stand
to
around,
rush the play.
Yeah, but there's no rush at this point. Going on that little scissors action play. Not bad this time. Taylor, what do you think, 6, 5, maybe 5 yards on the carry?
Yeah, it's 5 yards.
5 yards for Caden Taylor on the carry there. They're looking to maybe – oh, that's actually Jackson Rashaw. It wasn't Taylor that time. Taylor had the first 2 of those. Rashaw picks up – they're going to give him
6.
I'm going to say it's 5. It looks more 5-ish to me. But Rashaw, good carry there. It's down to 126. They've got to move a little faster, though, Tony. You can't waste time either. They're going to go off the left side again. He could have gone outside. I think there would have been more space out there. He picks up 2. I think it's time to call one of those timeouts.
Yeah, after that.
So a 2-yard gain will make it 3rd down and 2, maybe 3rd and 3. Yeah. 3rd and 3 after the 2-yard gain for Gurgley here.
No timeout call.
And they have not called timeout. 58 seconds and running. They're on the 25-yard line here. And, man, they're taking their time. Man, they've got to go faster here. Got to get the thing in and get going. You've got 2 timeouts. You're going to be able to run at least 2 more plays here if you can get the first down. They're going to throw it here, though. Looking down the middle of the field. No, that's no chance there. They were trying to go to Jackson Rashaw. 3 guys running vertical there, kind of close to each other.
So I guess you go for a field goal here on this one.
Yeah, send them out. Send them out. Make it 14-13 if you know you've got an opportunity anyway. It'll be about a 41-yarder, maybe 42. Probably a 42-yard kick. You just made a 43-yarder. Opportunity from the middle of the field for Micah Chenault.
So if you're the coach from Meade County, call timeout right now. Ice the kicker.
Ice him. Yeah, you've got 1 timeout. You might as well. Something has happened. They're going to blow a whistle.
And we got a timeout on Central Hardin.
Timeout Central. Ice your own kicker.
Maybe the wrong personnel was in there.
Well, yeah, exactly. You never know. They saw something they didn't like. They wanted to make sure they were organized and ready for this opportunity.
I would almost
send the offense back out and go?
Send the offense back out and do a hard count. You got 1 timeout.
Yeah.
See if you can get them to jump.
There's no reason to save that timeout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a hard count on this play with the starting offense. Tell the quarterback if they don't jump, to call a timeout, and then go with our kicker.
I agree with that.
Try to get
that's not going to happen. The offense is not on the field. It is Micah Chenault lining up for 42 yards here. Already good from 43. Again, we know he's got plenty of leg. He's just got to hit it solidly, and it will be good. But that is not always easy to pull off. It looks pretty good. And barely clears.
But it gets
got it, man. 43 and 42-yard field goals from Micah Chenault. He is one of their better players, Tony. He's a fantastic kicker. Lots of experience. And from what I hear, we weren't at the first few games, but they were obviously routed in that first week, 38-6 by George Rogers Clark. The lone highlight was a kickoff where Micah Chenault decleated the return man. He was the guy making the tackle and absolutely cleaned that kid's clock. So Micah Chenault has been not just a kicker, but a football player for this team. And he's a great athlete. Had the kid in class, and he's a nice kid. And he's a fantastic athlete. A lot of speed, obviously a lot of power in that leg. And one of our soccer guys. And those guys make some pretty good footballers. They like to think that they are footballers.
I do love it when you see a kicker lay some wood. It is pretty,
fantastic.
It's pretty hilarious.
What is the guy from the Colts?
Oh, with his own show.
That has his show there, boy. That guy used to knock people silly. He was a big hitter as a kicker. 14-13 is the score. It's a 1-point ball game with 33 seconds to go.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. And Chenault's lining it up to kick off here again with 33 seconds to go. What a turn of events. It was looking desperate and dire. And the big turnover created on the sack fumble. And Meade County's been 3 and out twice since then. So the Bruin defense stepping up and making plays. Big kick from Chenault. That'll go into the end zone. Big kickoff, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line where the Green Wave will take over. 1st and 10. They've only got 33 seconds to operate here. Take a knee. I don't know I don't know what you're going to see here. I can't imagine that Central Hardin will be in a man-to-man defensive look. They'll be backed
they're
off.
going to play a prevent-style defense, you would assume.
And that's where they are right here. You see several of their guys deep.
Little three-man rush.
Three-man rush. They need to be a little deeper. R.J. Goodman needs to back up at his safety position right now. He's standing at the 30. Caden Taylor at the 35 or 6 is in a much better spot. And there's R.J. Goodman. And they will take a knee here. They were in kind of a victory formation with Roquest Wren way back to make sure there isn't any kind of mishap. Right. And so we're going to go to the half here, Tony. And, wow.
We got a game.
We have a fantastic football game.
It looked like it was going to be something dangerous with Meade County up 21-0, and Central Hardin and Bruins were able to bring back turnover. Something.
And you know, in the first quarter that was dominated by Meade County, it flipped on a turnover. As again, Central Hardin made a couple of big turnovers that led to points for Meade County. Meade County turns it over and everything changes. So big first quarter for the Green Waves, big second quarter for Central Hardin. We'll see if that can continue. If sometimes that kind of momentum can really make a difference going into the second half. We're going to find out here in a little bit. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with first half stats and second half action.
Yeah, you would think Meade's going to look at that coverage they're seeing now and see what adjustments they can get against that coverage.
We'll see what the adjustments are in about 15 minutes.
Hit by the car, hit by the car, but then when he hit the ground, it's
She got knocked out.
Yeah.
That time, the camera didn't stay on. As soon as his hands went, the camera went away and it went to commercial. Yeah, as soon as you saw his hand come up like this, the camera went off of him, and they said, we're going to commercial break or we'll see what happens. But you know what the rumor is?
What's that? Yeah, man.
He said in the office, he said, if the quarterback went out, that he'd be willing to
Consider it, yeah.
Consider it to be on the team in the town.
He's got Waddle and Tyreek. And Johnny. They got another good tight end or something?
Well, they got a chain. And Mercer.
Stop anybody? They didn't stop the Bills, did they?
They're really screwing on that fence.
We are here with one of our long-standing sponsors for our live sports coverage. We're at Waddell's Recycling, Salvage. They do a number of different things, so I'm just going to call it Waddell's. And joining me today is Colby Gibson, who of course has been working here the majority of your married life.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. 14 years.
14 years. So that's an easy way to remember your anniversary.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Tell me about the history that you know with Waddell's.
So it started with my father-in-law years and years ago. He's done a number of different things, but he's been in the scrap business most of his life. It's something he's always enjoyed. So, and it's just progressed into a bigger and bigger operation over the years. So, and it started out with him, and then his two sons, Kalen and Brandon, both helping out at a very, very young age. And then I came on board about 14 years ago.
What type of service is your top service?
So we do a little bit of everything. We will take anybody from a Kroger bag of cans up to somebody that had a whole semi-trailer full of cans. We try to treat everybody the same. We just try to provide the same good service to everybody we can, whether you're just a little bitty guy scrapping a little bit of metal or you have a large demolition project with tons and tons and tons of steel. So.
Awesome. We're going to get a tour and see some of the tools that they use in order to do their job. How large is the layout?
So this facility here is 40 acres, and it's laid out. When you pull in the parking lot, you'll come in and the scales are right here. We've got red lights, green lights to tell you when to pull on and off the scales. The girls in the office will weigh you, and then you just go to the back with your steel. All the steel gets unloaded in the back and you weigh back out. And then we have our non-ferrous building, which is to the right when you pull in. All your stuff like your copper, your brass, your aluminum, your Coke cans, all that type of stuff goes in this building and gets segregated separately.
And then you recycle that,
Yes.
Is that it?
Yep, so we will take it, we will process it, get it ready for the mill, a shredder, wherever it's going for its final destination to get melted back down and turned back into a new product.
Yeah, we're putting that in there, so how much is that?
That's 1,120 pounds,
And how many cans?
around 35,000.
35,000.
Because when I Google it, it says it takes 32 cans to make a pound. That'll go to a place, those will probably go to a place and they will get stuck straight in an injection furnace and they'll get made back into new cans.
So Colby, to me, this looks like it's always busy.
Yes.
So explain to me, what is this?
So that is that's a Genesis stick shear. It's used mainly to downsize large scrap. You can cut up, dozers with it, school buses, just any type of big heavy iron. We use that to prepare it either down to mill spec, or we've got another shear on the pad back here that will prepare it small enough to go into it.
And then the claw.
There's several of the claws, as everybody likes the claws, watching them work, and the magnets as well. They're just used to unload people's scrap, load trucks out, process scrap. It makes life easy for us. So we have a lot of those machines around here. It just makes it easier for us and makes it easier to unload customers, because that's kind of what it's about too. The easier people get in and out, the better off they are and the more they like it. So.
Now the magnet, does it only pick up metal or does it pick up other types of?
It will only pick up magnetic steel.
Okay.
So any type of brass, copper, aluminum, it will not pick up. But it makes it super nice for small pieces of steel that you would have to pick up piece by piece with your hand. It'll pick up several thousand pounds at one time and just make hours of work in a minute. So here we've got 3 magnets and we've got 4 machines with grapples. And then we've also got 4 wheel loaders. Those are used a lot to unload cars off customers, junk cars, and then crush them in the car crusher, stuff like that. So there's a lot of moving pieces going around here all day long.
Now we walk back here, not everybody gets to walk back here, but it looks like you have part of our bus garage.
Yeah, so we buy a little bit of everything. We buy semi trucks and cut them up. We buy school buses and cut them up. Just anything that's at the end of the life span for it, it comes here to get recycled and then turned back into new steel.
How many days a week are you open?
We're open Monday through Friday, 7 to 4, and then Saturday from 7 to 1.
Now, we had talked before about some new things that you offer,
Yep.
right? In terms of dropping off and picking up?
So we have a whole lot of roll-off boxes. Dumpster service has gotten super popular. It's easy to take a 22-foot long dumpster and put all your scrap in it, and then we come pick it back up, weigh it in, pay you for it. And it's kind of on like we talked about up front, you can do it with smaller stuff, help out individuals clean out a barn, or we can go up to a big tear down at a factory, or just, general scrap that rotates all the time from a factory. So a little bit of everybody.
Now, we're saying scrap, not trash.
Yes, yep. So we are into recycling any type of metal. We don't do any paper, plastics, cardboard, any of that stuff. That would be a whole nother realm of things to get into, and it would take a whole lot more people.
Now, another thing is you do pick apart.
Yep. So we save some cars that we think still have some parts left on that may be valuable, or say it's an older car that they're not going to make that car again. We may only sell one part off of it, and it may sit here a year, but that right guy comes along and gets it, and we hate seeing it get crushed if it's still got a little bit of usable stuff left in it. So we can pull it, they can pull it, we can price it either way.
Welcome back to Brandenburg, Kentucky. We're here for the second half of this traditional rivalry clash here. Meade County Green Waves are up right now, but boy, it's a good one. 14-13 going into the second half. Just a few first half statistics. Let's start with the home team, Meade County Green Waves. Quarterback Cade Scott was 8 of 14 for 103 yards and 2 touchdowns. A lot of that damage done in the first quarter. He rushed for 9 yards. Roquest Wren had 8 carries for 29 yards. The total rushing for the Meade County Green Wave was just 38 yards. Again, Central Hardin did a great job defensively, slowing them down in the second quarter. Receiver number 10, Aiden Bratcher, 4 catches for 64 yards and 2 touchdowns. Branson Stoll, 3 catches for 24 yards. So 2 of the big receivers there for Meade County with decent first half. Again, Ethan Kaiser, number 15, had 1 catch for 15 yards. Excuse me, he's number 16 for the Green Waves. On the other side of the ball, Central Hardin, Caleb Irwin was 3 for 4 for 41 yards passing. We talked pregame about the fact that it'd be great if they could be more efficient. That's really efficient throwing of the ball for a team that wants to run it. That's efficient. It's obviously not anything impressive or spectacular, but when you're a running team and you can be 3 for 4 for 41 yards, you've made a big difference in your ball game doing that. One of 2 big players in that first half for Central Hardin, Gage Gurgley, 9 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Really started to wear down. He and the offensive line started to wear down that Meade County front. So a great half there. 99 total yards rushing for that Bruins squad. So the total yards just a little bit in favor of Meade County, but not big. Another big story for Central Hardin, kicker Micah Chenault knocking in a 43 and 42-yard field goal. So when you got a weapon like him, you can keep yourself in some ball games that other teams can't because of that strong-legged kicker. So a lot of love for Micah Chenault. He's helping his boys stay in this ball game. I'd also mention that, again, the other big factor when you look at football games like this that appear to be somewhat evenly matched, turnovers. That's it. And so first quarter, we saw a couple of big mistakes by the Bruins. Second quarter, we saw the big mistake by Meade County, and those were big swings in momentum. And we saw both teams take advantage of those situations in big ways. So we'll see who can win that turnover battle here in the second half, and if that really will be the big story of the game for whichever team can create those. Again, Seth Loudermilk made a big play on that fumble recovery at about the 40-yard line there. So we're ready for a second half. Tony, any thoughts just going into this, keys for this second half for either team?
Well, I think the big thing for Meade County is how they're going to do that zero coverage look. Are they going to be able to, I talked about doing a jailbreak or do some kind of rub type of pick play to like break somebody open up deep. I mean, you would think that would be their adjustment to that. I mean, if they could pop a seam in for an inside zone run, I mean, that's a touchdown play ready to happen. So we'll just see if Central Hardin can keep it up and continue to do man coverage in that and like hold them steady.
Stull took the kickoff at the 7-yard line. He'll get it back out to the 25. Again, good coverage for the Central Hardin Bruins squad. They'd been solid in the special teams except for one dropped kickoff. And that another really good job in coverage as Chenault kicks the ball deep, and the return team does a good job of getting down there to make a play. So here we are, second half. Meade County will start with possession, start with 4 wide receivers.
And I feel like this is a big series for both teams. If Central can cause a 3 and out and get the ball right back, that would be huge right now.
It's a cover 0 look again, and they're going to give the ball straight ahead. Again, that means there's more guys in the box because there's not as much deep coverage. It's mostly man-to-man coverage, and so you've got more guys in the box to stop the run, and Wren loses his helmet at the bottom of the pile. He'll have to come out for a play. Number 21 is going to come running onto the field.
I mean, you could run a quarterback sneak running to the outside with this man coverage if he could get outside before the pressure got there.
We don't have a cover 0 look now. They've got 2 deep safeties in the ballgame, 6 guys in the box. They're going to throw a quick slant, a little behind. Intercepted! Big play! It was thrown behind Bratcher. Bratcher kind of reached back, but he batted it up in the air.
And
is that Loudermilk again?
If you can't catch and knock that thing down to the ground.
Or was that 33? It's 33.
And we said big turnovers.
There's another, so we've evened up the turnover battle, and they've got great field position. That's Layden Hart, junior linebacker Layden Hart, making a huge play there off of a batted ball. 1st and 10 Bruins from the 35 of the Green Wave. Wow. Another big play here, and the Bruins are missing somebody. Come on. Yeah, let's get on the field here and get ready. Down to 12 seconds on the play clock. We'll see if they can get the play off on time here. We're 13 checking into the game late here. Down to 3, down to 2. The snap, they get the snap off, but there is a flag. I'm not sure what the flag is. Coach Stockdale's not happy. They're going to call timeout. Wow, they have to burn a timeout here in the first few seconds.
I think he was worried that it wasn't going to get snapped off in time there.
Yeah, it did. So we've lost a timeout now here. And again, that's another play where someone was not ready to check in. That's Mason Smith, number 13, at the wide receiver position, not ready to check into the game on the turnover there. Didn't realize the offense was on the field. We got to keep our head in the ball game to see what's happening.
Be in the present.
Well, exactly, and I don't know. That seemed like that would have just been their normal grouping. They had a problem when they tried to go to their jumbo package,
which that could be understandable.
Which you can understand that. This one should just be their basic group, I would think. I don't know. We're not at practice every day, so we're guessing on all that. But we got a trips formation to the left, 4-man front. It looks like kind of a 4-3 cover 2 look. They've got an extra guy to the trip side. They're going one-on-one up top. They've got him open,
but overthrown.
So it was number 12, R.J. Gooden, wide open up the right sideline there. That was a good idea. They had shifted the safeties over to the trip side. So it was one-on-one coverage out there.
Over top,
I'll tell you what happened there. Irwin, he rushed that. He just wanted to get that thing out. If he had sat for just another count, he would have had Goodman broken wide open. Still trying to get the play in and the personnel grouping on the field. Should have plenty of time to get this one off, though. 2nd down and 10. Give straight ahead. Gurgley breaking tackles again. He'll get about 4 or 5. I think it's going to be 5. Up to the 30-yard line. Bring up a 3rd down and 5. Are they in 4-down territory here, or are you going to send Chenault on the field for a 46 or 47-yarder to take the lead? It's kind of depending maybe on how many yards they get on this play. 3rd and 5. It's a 3-deep, 4-4 look. You've got one-on-one down here on the bottom. You've got a real tall Mason Smith against a smaller corner. I'd almost want to take a shot at that one. They're going to go front side option, quarterback keep. He's got the 1st down, 8-yard carry. Good run by Caleb Irwin there. Now, again, you give the ball to Gurgley about 10 or 15 times, and they're all jumping on him. You pull it, and there's a lot of space there. So a good job on the 2nd option there by Irwin, really riding that fullback. and keeping it. There's the pitch man out there. They haven't pitched one yet. They got
I
Caden
mean,
Taylor out there.
He was open.
He might have had an opportunity to get 6 points there, but 10:09 to go here in the third quarter in the red zone here, down to almost the 20. Gurgley trying to cut back but knocked down. Great job, penetration, number 64 up front. That's Connor Yantz.
Yeah, it looked like he just got 52 on the offensive line for the Bruins, napping, and he just shoved him straight into the backfield.
Connor Yantz, number 64, one of the better guys up front, along with Emmett Day, number 57. Boy, those two had great football games against E-Town a couple weeks ago. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 9, just a 1-yard carry there for Gurgley. Deep motion for Taylor. They're going to throw that slant again. They were going for Mason Smith again. That, if you can see the difference in size between Smith and the corner that's out there, it's number 22 for Meade County. That's Grayson Heiner.
I almost want to throw a deep ball on that and just
Yeah,
throw it up. Throw it up.
It
throw
was
it up.
strange,
Throw it up
though.
the back pylon. Let's see who gets it.
It was strange though, because Smith didn't look like he was going to try to assert his physical size over him. He looked a little timid going for that football. It was a little strange. They've subbed him out. Corday Matthews now playing the wide out on the left side there. Deep motion again. They're going to give. Nope. Quarterback goes the other way. Wow.
Just rolled off of the defenders and his own
About a
offensive
7-yard
line.
gain. If he'd have gone outside to the left, he could have run to the pylon and possibly
Scored a
that.
touchdown.
Yeah. Nobody over there. It was option right, and he came back to the left, and that doesn't usually work. 6-yard gain, and it's going to bring up 4th and 3, and here comes the field goal team.
See if he can go 3 for 3.
Ooh.
I shouldn't have said that. That usually jinxes the
Well, it
kicks.
makes me
As soon as you say
listen,
how many they've made, that's
High
when
school
they miss it.
kickers, there aren't a lot of them that are super consistent. Micah Chenault's a great kicker, regardless of the result of this, but kind of pressing your luck as far as I'm concerned. 32-yarder here.
And it's good.
Nailed it. Man, that dude's good.
All right, 3 for 3. The jinx did not happen.
Ooh-wee. 32 yards that time. So the Bruins have taken lead. I love it. I'm sure Coach Stockdale would love to see it as well. They need to put 7 points on the board at some point. I don't think they're going to shut out the Green Wave in the second half. They're going to have to put a touchdown on the board here at some point. And the offense has looked good over the last quarter of football, but not getting 7 points. They're going to need that to win this ball game. I want to give a special thanks to the HCEC-TV crew tonight. That's Gina Ryan, Ron Hartley, Case Taylor, and Jeremy Miller. Thanks for all you do to bring us the action. I'd also like to thank NFHS, the National Federation of High School Sports, and its support in providing live streaming service. Contact NFHS.com to subscribe today. And I don't know how many people are out there listening to us on NFHS, but thanks for your subscription and thanks for watching tonight. We've got a good one here in Brandenburg as the Bruins, down 14 points early, have fought back and taken the lead. 16-14, Bruins in front.
That's 16 unanswered points.
16 unanswered. Fantastic response. Again, 2 turnovers early for the Bruins. Now 2 turnovers since then by the Green Wave, and that's been our difference here. A lot of good football, but certainly those mistakes is what will change the trajectory of the game. Ball caught at about the 12, a short kick, and a lot of space, and a great tackle.
Down at the 32.
Yeah. Green Wave will take over on the left hash at about the 32-yard line. And again, the kick coverage has been solid for the Bruins. They can keep kicking it deep. It looked like there was some space there, but they closed it off quickly. And we'll see what the Bruin defense has been stout for the last 3 possessions. See if they can make another big play here. Cade Scott's got to get something going here. They need him to make solid throws and these receivers to get open. Right now, they're not getting open at all. And here they are, the Bruins, in that cover 0 look again. They are straight man-to-man with no deep safeties, and they're going to look down the field. They're going to take a shot here. They've got one open. It's intercepted, though! Great play.
Just-
Number 12, R.J. Goodman on the interception.
Just slightly underthrown there.
Ooh, number 6, Branson Stoll was about 2 yards behind Goodman, and but Goodman showed some vertical.
Yes, he did.
Fantastic. You know, Tony, that's exactly what I would do if I were the Meade County coaches. You got to take shots against that and take advantage of the fact that there's no deep help. And you just got to have a guy that's going to beat somebody, and you got to have a quarterback that'll make the throw. And they just did not get that done on that play. I'm not sure I love some of the play calling there. You can run one on an angle. You can run 3 verticals. Coach Perry actually used to do that all the time with your verticals. One of your guys is actually running on an angle kind of across the field. Hard to cover, easier to throw. An out and up route from a slot receiver. All of that would be much better. And there's a give straight ahead. Good run, 7 yards. Gage Gurgley is absolutely imposing himself on this Meade County defense. Meade County looks like a big physical football team, but at times they're struggling here against the physicality of the Bruins.
Well, I mean, if you look at the size of the lines, you would think it's a pretty even match, but I mean, though Central does have some bigger boys in some of the spots.
Well, the big center, Carson Lamoth, is going to make a big difference. And again, Grayson Decker, we talked about him pregame as well. And those kids can get it done up front. Been doing it for a long time. They're going to throw the ball and go deep again. They've got to flag that. No flag.
How was that even possible? I mean, he was hand jockeying him all the way down the field.
Corday Matthews was about to run by number 13, which is Connor Cole. And Cole, like hand jockeying. That's a good way to phrase. He's got his hand on the guy the whole way down the field, just kind of holding him back from running by him. Not a bad throw. I think if Corday Matthews could have run full out at it, it would have been right on him there.
I mean,
but it'll be 3rd and 3 here. Big down for the Bruins. They need to keep this drive going here. 7:34 to go in the third. Up 2. Facing a 4-3 cover 2 look. There's some space, but a big tackle. He pushed ahead, got it. Look at that.
A little sidestep and a little push forward, and he gets that first down. That's just good vision by the running back.
And there's a flag on the sideline. They've already moved the sticks. Not sure what's going on there. They're having a talk. There's a personal foul on somebody, maybe after the play. I think it's on. Who's this on? I'm trying to see somebody clapping. What's going on here? It's on the Bruins. So you get something going and you make a mistake here. There is. What now?
I'm not really sure.
He pointed the direction of the Bruins. Then he waved it off like there was no.
Maybe it's a no flag.
Yeah, maybe they're still talking back there. I don't think they're sure what's going on here. So it looks like it's going to be 1st and 10 from about the 46. And as you mentioned, it was number 21 for Meade County who laid a big hit on Gurgley. But Gurgley just kind of bounced sideways and then jumped forward for the first down. He was just short of it, and he got forward to get the first down. And now they're going to send in some water for both teams because they can't figure out what's going on. They, meaning the officials.
Did Bruins call a timeout on that?
They had already called one at the beginning, and they haven't charged one yet. So I don't know what's going on here. I think there's utter confusion and chaos in the striped shirts rank. They've talked, and now here we go. White Hat's going to explain something. Personal foul on Central Hardin.
Offsetting fouls. There you go.
Okay, so they didn't. The first time they did not mention the Meade County foul. So they're offsetting penalties, and it will be 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line for the Bruins. That makes way more sense. And again, you're getting some.
So it only takes that long to say that.
Yeah, it does. The rivalry game is getting a little bit intense out here.
The chippy.
We've seen a couple of personal fouls earlier in the game. A Meade County lineman splashing on top of a linebacker from Central Hardin well after the play. We've seen some Central Hardin guys getting a little bit overly aggressive in their after the play activities. But it's 1st and 10 nonetheless. 7:27 to go. Deep motion, Taylor.
And they,
Quarterback keep, but did not pitch, and Taylor is just upset because he's like, dude, there's nobody out here.
there is nobody.
Pitch the ball.
They're biting so hard on Gurgley getting the ball on the feed, and then they're crashing in on the quarterback. He is just out there by himself.
And he's talking to the quarterback right now. Quarterback Caleb Irwin putting his hands up like he didn't understand or know what Caden's talking about. But Caden Taylor's right. It's him and our wideout over there blocking a corner. And if our wideout can block the corner, nobody's going to touch Caden Taylor on that particular play. We'll see how they play it in the future and if we can get a pitch out there. On the third option, inside handoff, Jackson Rashaw on the scissors. Good run, maybe 7 yards. He's had 7 on both of those runs that he's had there. It's going to bring up now a 3rd down and 2.
I always loved this scissor play.
Yeah.
LaRue County used to be amazing at running that back in the day.
Who was?
LaRue.
They were, until Ben Milligan would absolutely destroy the lead blocker. Ben, shout out to Ben Milligan, one of our outside linebackers that we coached, and he did a great job of stopping that scissors trap play by taking out the lead blocker and just making it a mess. Give to Gurgley. He's got the first down and more. Big run, and they're pushing him forward.
And he's still going, and we got a flag on the play.
There's a flag. Could be a hold. I don't know what they're going to call. Grayson Decker got up there and was pushing the pile. And
which is not
Coach
illegal.
Stockdale is furious about something. He does not like whatever he saw out there. It was a 3rd and 2.
There are multiple flags on the field.
They picked up 14 yards on the play to get the first down. So it was a big carry by Gurgley to get the 14 yards there. He's over 100 yards at this point.
Well, let's see what the release of the confetti is about this time.
Well, yeah, that's confetti when there's 2 or 3 of them out there. I think it's a hold or a penalty downfield, so it's going to be a spot foul. I don't know if that means it'll be a first down or maybe still 3rd and short when they bring it back. Again, confusion among a sideline warning on Central Hardin. That's not what was thrown on the field. And a personal foul on Central Hardin. All right, you're now shooting yourself in the foot. If I am Coach Stockdale, whoever that personal foul is on is not playing. They're going to stand next to me and watch the game because they just cost their team a chance to go down and score and put another 6 or 7 on the board here. And now it's going to be 3rd and 1,000,000, and they'll be giving the football back here in just a moment, I have a feeling. No, it's going to be 1st down and 10, but just 15 yards
pushed back because it was after the
play. And there are some substitutions being made. 2 or 3 guys are coming out. One of those is the person who the penalty was on. I'm pretty sure I know who it was, but I'm not going to speculate because I'm also now seeing another coach yell at that player. That player has made a lot of big plays, but kind of a bad one in that case there. 1st and 10 from your own 41. You just went back 15 yards. We've got a first down here. We'll start it again, and Gurgley breaks 2 tackles, but finally stood up and tackled. No gain there. Fantastic defensive effort.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to be able to maybe slightly bounce it outside, but they were able to swallow. He gained 1.
Number 21, Braylon Pruitt for Meade County's made a lot of plays tonight. There's another one right there, the junior. Coming from his linebacker spot to make that play. They do give him a yard. I'm surprised by that, but a yard on the play. 4:45 and counting here in the 3rd. And, boy, they're doing what you said in pregame right now, possessing the football. Looking deep down the field again, taking a big shot. Big catch! Wow, one-handed grab. Jackson.
It looked like at first he was going to drop that, and he was able to pull it, keep his concentration, and pull that pass in.
Where's the football going? Hang on here. Okay. 37-yard reception there. big
And
play.
after a big play like that,
Jackson or
I
Shaw.
almost like to go right back to another quick pass to kind of catch the defense sleeping.
One-handed grab, one-on-one look. They're going to go to Gurgley again, and guess who's there? 21 is there to help make the play, but it takes 4 or 5 of them to get Gage Gurgley on the ground.
It's like
Yeah, I
he
think
gets
he's
about
done
another yard.
I think that guy's done a lot of work in the weight room. I had him in class a couple years ago, and he was kind of skinny, but, man, he has really put on some strength there. Number 21, Braylon Pruitt, who made that play limping off the field for the Green Wave. That is not good because he's made a ton of tackles tonight for this Green Wave.
So he's taking a lot of hits, those tackles from Gurgley.
Boy, Gurgley has delivered some punishment. And here it goes again. Now there's a pitch. And Taylor's going to pick up 5 or 6. Oh, they say went out of bounds before that. So maybe 4, maybe 5. Not bad. So they'll give him 4 yards on that carry, bring up a 3rd and 5. He didn't really attack things.
You should have went more upfield and going wide outside. I got one.
Third down, and they're going to make it 6 there. Our production crew is taking care of us right now.
Of course, they put the food in front of the fat man.
Put the food in front of the 2 big guys up here. Wow.
I think I'm the bigger one. You're okay, Coach.
Go
Slim
ahead,
down.
there, Tony. With 3:25 to go, we got a timeout call by the Bruins. It's 3rd down and 6 from the 17-yard line. A big play here. Like I said, feels like they need 6 points at some point here. I guess they can keep kicking field goals. They're going to need to kick
Well, it looks
a
like
couple more.
there's a cramp on that linebacker.
Do we not have a timeout? Thought we had a
No, it was a time. I'm just saying the line. He's got a cramp. They're working it out.
Well, again, we've got 3:25 to go here in the 3rd. And a great football game. And the Bruins driving again. But like I said, I think with this offense of Meade County, with Caden Scott at quarterback, you can't count on kicking a couple more field goals and winning this ball game. I just can't believe that at some point they're not going to find a way to complete some passes and run the ball a little bit and be able to threaten to score again. I feel like you've got to put some points on the board here, not just 3 at a time.
I think right here, depending on what happens with 3rd down, this could be again like a 4-down territory thing. If you're
I think they'll
4th
send
and
Chenault
1
out there. They love Micah, and he's doing a great job for him. Toss sweep to Taylor. He's going to try to outrun the Green Waves. He breaks 2 tackles, but nothing there. Tony,
actually lost a
nothing
yard.
there. Well, they'll give him his
Forward progress,
which is maybe a yard. It'll bring up 4th and 5, and I would guess that Chenault will be coming on. Not a bad play call there. I don't mind that. I'm trying to get the speed of Caden Taylor on the outside, but just too many guys out there.
Good pursuit by the Meade County defense.
Absolutely. So Taylor just picks up a yard.
So he'll be kicking on the left hash.
Yeah, this is the toughest one he's had so far, even though it's only a 34-yarder.
You got the
angle's
weird.
34-yarder from the left hash. Oh, he's missed that one completely, too. He hit the bottom of the ball. Came up short. I think he was really trying to aim that one and not really kick through it. And so, like I said, again, as much as we love Micah Chenault and feel like he's one of the best kickers you're going to see around here, asking a high school kicker to make 5 or 6 field goals in a game is just not going to work out. You just can't continue to count on that.
And when you're on one of those far –
again and again.
Well, you're on the far hash. Now he has to kick it through and get a good aim point on it, which is not easy.
Well, here come the Green Waves. 1st and 10 from their own 20. And it's been a while since we've seen them be successful. Give is to Roquest Wren. And that's not a bad carry. Maybe 4 yards, probably 3. And again,
where the score is at, you're still not in panic mode for me. You're only
No.
You're only down by 2 points. I mean,
it's a score.
It feels like it's a lopsided game right now just because of time possession, but really, you've got time. You can still run pretty much whatever you want to run if you're Meade.
It's a 4-yard gain. And again, Central Hardin has kind of loaded the box a little more since that second quarter. Tougher to run the football. And he's going to look
they got some
downfield.
good
Here
penetration.
Yeah. And, there's the little tight end screen you've been calling for.
And
And there goes Bratcher down the sideline, being chased down here, but a huge gainer. About a 60-yard, there it is back there. It's not up there to the 15, it's at the 22. So it's going to be about a 53-yard gain on the play. There's a flag down, though, Tony. It's way back at the 30. Meade County's kind of wandering that direction. What do we got here?
if that's a block in the back on the back side of the play, it didn't.
Dude, if that's what it is, if I'm Coach Mofield, I'm
losing
my
it.
mind. You don't make that kind of call for guys who aren't even involved in the play. So that's exactly what you were calling for is, the leaking out the tight end on the side away from the trips. There was nobody out there.
No.
Nobody. Whoever was in man-to-man cover there did not
pick
stay
him
on
up.
top of that, not even a bit. They were watching something else, not the guy that they were ineligible man downfield. So they were running that almost like a screen because somebody was running downfield to block that was ineligible to do so. So that is going to bring that play back, wipe out
All
what
that.
was a 53-yard gain is going to end up being minus yards on the tally sheet.
But you can go back to something like that.
Oh, goodness gracious. There's all kinds of things you can do here. I love a short corner like Coach Lawson used to run. That trips 3 deep.
I mean,
One guy crossing.
if you go trips and do a little bubble screen, you got
Yep. The
one-on-one
play. They still haven't run the pick play to the inside receiver. So many options against this kind of a look. This one's more of a zone look.
6 is wide
Now
open.
they got man-to-man there, and they're taking another shot. That's what they're trying to do. That's just a throw that's not even anywhere near anybody on 2nd and 11.
Not sure what the reprogression was on them, but I mean 6 was open right across the inside seam.
So the only completed pass of the second half for Cade Scott is brought back, and he has not been able to complete a pass. I believe he's 0 for 4 right now here in this half. And it's good defense and some strange play calls and some strange throws from Cade Scott. Not sure where he's trying to go with the ball. Here's the jailbreak screen you talked about. And, boy, number 2, which is Mofield, Braden Mofield had tons of space. There was the call you were waiting for.
Well, the defensive line almost batted the ball down.
Yeah.
As well. He had to try to thread that through there.
Well, you got to help your quarterback out in these kind of cases, and he just misses that ball. Braden Mofield, the jailbreak screen is where you've got your inside receivers blocking out on the defensive backs, and your outside receiver working in on a screen, and you're going to send your tackle and guard on that play side out there to block in front of him as well. He's got all kinds of blockers and a chance to catch the ball. Couldn't get it done.
Oh, he's going to return
Fielded
it.
well. Nice cut back. Good return by number 4, Jackson Rashaw. He's inside the 45, down to about the 44 or 43-yard line there. Wow. On the Meade County side of the 50, the Bruins will take charge of the ball, and they have dominated this football game starting in the second quarter.
If I'm Central, I want to get a touchdown on this series for sure, just to try to get a 2-score game is what you want here. And they've knocked on the door quite a few times on that side of the field. They just haven't been able to capitalize and finish it off.
Yeah, they really need to figure out how to get the ball in the end zone. You got a one-on-one situation down here on the bottom. Smith may or may not be able to be the guy to go get it, but you got to figure something out.
I mean, I think I'm throwing a 13 with the size
Yeah,
differential.
13. Yeah, that's Smith. I think I'm going to go to somebody else. there. Who's on the ground for the Bruins? Looks like a cramp. We've got a leg sticking up in the air to help with a cramp probably here. Can't see who it is. It's not the quarterback. Could be Gage Gurgley, which would be a massive blow to this squad. Even if he's cramping, I mean, he takes him out of the lineup for a couple plays. He picks up a yard on that carry. Brings up a 2nd and 9. This is a Hardin County Education and Community Television student production. HCEC-TV is a division of Hardin County Schools live streaming Channel 1 programming, sponsored in part by Brandenburg Telecom, providing service to all your telecommunications needs, featuring Bark, protect what matters most. BBTEL Stream, watch TV with your BBTEL app. BBTEL Secure, a safer home awaits. BBTEL Blast, make the most of your Wi-Fi. Visit bbtel.com today. Physical Therapy Associates, more personal attention for more effective results, with locations in Elizabethtown, Hodgsonville, Radcliffe, Bardstown, Brandenburg, and South Louisville. For more information, go online at physicaltherapyky.com. eTownSelfStorage.com, finally a place conveniently located in Elizabethtown for more than just your self-storage needs, featuring video surveillance, climate-controlled self-storage, but also storage for RVs and boats with electrical outlets in every spot to keep everything charged up and ready to go when you are. Go to eTownSelfStorage.com for more information. They continue to attend to whoever's down here. I believe it is Gage Gurgley. There's about 15 people standing around looking at him here. This is
we got all those
I don't know how many
kids.
people it takes to look at somebody that's got a cramp.
Well, then you have some of the high school students who are training.
They're learning how to do
They're
it.
learning
I love
that field
it.
of study, and getting on the field, see what it's like before they go off to college and learn that trade skill themselves.
Yeah, I saw 3 or 4 of those students out there getting a little bit of schooling on the field. Good stuff. .107 to go in the third. 16-14 Bruins. 2nd and 9 here. I think it's Loudermilk, number 41, in the backfield. Put his hand down and picked it up. I don't know if you can do that. And they're going to jump off sides. That's a big mistake, Tony. It's going to make it 2nd and 14. And that's an issue.
Cannot be shooting yourself in the foot in a close game like this.
It almost seems like it's going to come down to who's going to make fewer errors as opposed to someone winning the ball game. You've got to just play clean to get this thing done. Deep motion from Rashad. They're going to take the deep shot again.
And
He's
got
there,
it.
and it's just underthrown. Boy, they're able to get some deep shots, some open looks for people, and just haven't been able to connect on those. They did once. They hit Jackson Rashaw, made a circus one-handed catch from the slot position.
That first half went by pretty quick. This has been a slogger for this third quarter. A lot of back and forth jogging position. Nobody really capitalizing and scoring.
Well, they're bringing Mason Smith back in. It was Cannon Elmore who was out here on the left wide receiver spot on the last play. They might want to try Elmore on a deep ball here to the left. He doesn't have a ton of speed, but he's big and physical. I think he could do some business. And retreating. Oh, no.
Do not do that.
Oh, my goodness. That is one of the worst plays I've seen. Caleb Irwin has got to learn that when you are in trouble like that, you cannot just pitch it up in the middle of the field.
If nothing's good, I mean, sometimes
scramble
just
so you get outside the box and
then
throw it out of bounds.
You know?
Got to get it out of bounds.
And even hold the ball and just take the sack sometimes.
Oh, good grief. Yeah, you didn't want to take that 20-yard loss, but by the time he'd retreated way back there,
but a pick there would have been horrendous.
Disaster.
Yes.
Oh, a disaster. 55 seconds to go here in the third quarter. So after the interception that time, I think that's the third interception by this defensive squad. Great job by them, I tell you what. And we got a penalty here. Going to back them up again. Delay of game. Trying to get the right personnel on the field again. Struggle. It could have to do with some people who are out. Your special teams people have got to stay on top of who's out and who's the next guy.
Going in.
So it's 4th and 19 now. It is Seth Loudermilk back to do the punting duties here. He's only back about 10 or 11 yards. I hope he's only
almost blocked.
He wasn't back far enough. He's only back about 10 yards. You need to be back 12 to 13. And then he stepped right at his personal protector and almost got the kick blocked by his own teammate.
Okay. Almost had a butt punt.
Yeah, we did almost have a butt punt. Turned out pretty good. Not a bad kick.
Nice little roll there at the end.
Got about a 32-yarder on that one, and Meade County will take over on their own 20-yard line. Certainly, the Bruins have dominated the field position battle. Late third quarter. This third quarter has been a long third quarter, hasn't it? Been a lot going on,
It's been
man.
jockeying position back and forth. A lot of throws, so stopping at the clock for these missed passes. And
Some deep cover that time. But
there's
boy,
that scene.
big play, Roquest Wren. He's going to pick up about 21 yards on that carry, so a big run for the Meade County Green Waves. Gets them in position here to get a good drive started, maybe flip field position. Big play, Roquest Wren and that offensive line here. It's not a cover 0 man look. They're in a 6-man front here as they've got 4 over 3 to this side here. There it goes. They caught him that time wide open, and he dropped it. Branson Stull had the football game, had the lead in his hands. So you know what they did right there? They ran the little out and up to the slot receiver I've been talking about.
Are they listening to us?
They're listening to us. They try the jailbreak. They drop it. They try the out and up from the slot receiver.
They try the little tight end screen, basically, look like.
Hey, coaches on the Meade County sideline are making all the right calls. The boys have got to make some plays here if they're going to have a chance to win this ball game. They're making 0 plays right now. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. With 8 seconds to go here in the third quarter, we're about to change the quarter. They're going to go back to Wren and try to run the football again. That'll run out the quarter on about a 2-yard gain and bring up about a 3rd down and 8. They're getting closer to midfield, almost to the 45. And that will take us to the fourth quarter. (16-14). Bruins on top going into this fourth quarter. And we'll see who can gut this thing out. Maybe who can make the least mistakes, Tony.
Or, if we could capitalize on some of those plays that they've been calling.
Well, for Meade County, yeah, they've just got to execute. They just have guys not making plays at this point, and that's so important. Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling is a family-owned business with competitive prices, pickup service, and a friendly staff available for your recycling needs. Located off the I-65 exit 91 on 311 Steel Drive in Elizabethtown. Call 270-982-7206 to talk to someone about scrapping metal and recycling. West Point Bank, hometown banking made simple, has 5 offices located in Elizabethtown, Radcliffe, Upton, Glendale, and West Point. Or find us online at westpointbank.com. West Point Bank, working better together. 12 minutes of football left here in Brandenburg. We've had a lot of fun tonight. Boy, this has been something else. The tale of turnovers in 2 different situations. The first quarter, all Meade County. Second quarter, all Central Hardin. This one has been mistake fest in the third quarter. And ball moving up and down the field a little bit, but just not much happening on the scoreboard. Central Hardin did manage to take the lead on another Micah Chenault field goal. They were unable to connect on a 4th field goal.
Rolling out.
Scott gets nothing. He didn't find an open receiver, so decided to run it. He'll get nothing. 4th down and 7
They're gonna
now.
have to punt it here.
They'll have to punt it away. Wow. You know, after a really successful first quarter, this offense has just gone in the tank. And listen, Has he completed a pass here in this second half yet? I don't think he has. He's about 0 for 7 or 0 for 8. I've got it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0 for 7. I may have missed one. I may not have marked one down, but I think he's 0 for 8. Oh, high snap. Wow, great catch by Bratcher. That's their big wide receiver. That may have been one of his biggest. Oh, my goodness.
And we've got a late hit on the kicker,
Roughing the kicker.
which is going to give Meade County the ball back in a first down.
What a mistake.
That's like the number one rule. Don't touch the kicker.
Yeah, when the other team is punting the ball, your goal is to have the ball after the play is over, and they will not have the football.
You can take a ball. Yeah, I don't want it.
Well, let's see what the end result of this is. Coach Mofield here. Are they calling the flag off? Well, see, here's the deal. The snap was high. The punter had to run back behind him and catch the ball with one hand over his head, and he's running. Does that make him a runner? I don't know. That's what they're doing. They're picking up the flag and saying Central Hardin football. So that is true. When the ball is fumbled by the punter, he's now a runner. That one was never fumbled, though. But the fact that it was over his head and he one-handed it and he's running around in circles, they're saying it made him a runner. I can see that.
I guess if he broke the pocket.
Yeah, I mean he was he was way over there, buddy. He was over by the sideline. He had run backwards, one hand catch on the football, sprinted out to his right and kicked the ball out. But all right, well, Central Hardin will have it deep in their own end here. Hand off there, and there's a flag down. So now we've got just flag fest. It's going to be about a maybe a 1-yard gain. Is that Gurgley back in the game? It is. I don't think that's going to count. It's a holding call. So it'll still be first down, but it's going to be first and way more than 10.
In Central Hardin, you need to be careful. You don't want to give up a safety.
Ooh,
and then the possession.
Or be punting from deep in your own end zone here. So, with it being a spot foul, it's first and 17 now. Ball on their own 7-yard line, so the field has flipped. They're going to throw it. They're going deep. They've got a man open. Oh, my goodness.
Just dropped the ball.
In the hands. Right in the hands. So that was the right look. They tried to take advantage of the small corner, number 22.
So we got an injury on the field.
Grayson Heiner, and that's the receiver that was going for the football there. I couldn't see who it was. It may have been Mason Smith, who's been playing that left wideout position, number 13.
No, number 13 still.
Oh, that's 12. That's R.J. Goodman, who they were trying to get the football to. The ball was placed right in his hands. He was unable to come up with the catch. So tough spot there. Both teams with opportunities in the last several possessions to hit massive plays, possibly for touchdowns, and the receiver's unable to come up with a football. That's an issue. That's something that would not make me happy if I was a coach. You got to have guys who can make plays, or you can't win ball games. Big inside handoff. Nice run. On 2nd and 17, they'll pick up, I think, about 9, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 8. Is that Taylor or Rashaw? I couldn't tell if it was 11 or 4 on the scissors trap there. It's number 11, Caden Taylor. Boy, he looked like he was shot out of a cannon and had a chance to break it all the way. Tackle made, though, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Same play. Taylor's got it. Breaks one tackle. Still on his feet. Oh, man. So close.
Almost able to break it out.
1 or 2 yards short of the first down there, and I think they'll be forced to punt the football. Wow. Yeah, that's a pickup of 6 yards there. It's going to be about 2 yards short. Good run by Taylor. It's, boy, closer to 1 yard short. We'll give him 7 on that one. Woo, 4th and 1. You got to punt it. You're deep in your own end zone. It won't even be a decision.
Coach is calling timeout.
He has to because they're down to 9 seconds on the play clock there. He didn't make a decision to get the punt team out there. 4th and 1. You're up 2 points with 10 minutes to go. I'd say you got to kick this thing away.
Especially with the field position.
Trust your defense that hadn't given up a score in 2 quarters. E-Town Exterminating is a locally owned, family-run pest control company and has been serving Hardin, Meade, Grayson, and Nelson counties and the surrounding areas of Kentucky since 1976. Whatever your pest control issues are, termites, spiders, crickets, general pests, even moles, their team has the knowledge, skill, and training to safely and effectively eliminate the problem. Call 270-737-6900 or go online at muggabug.com. That's muggabug.com. Here's the jumbo package in. I hate this. 4th and 1. They may get it, but in your own end, I think they've gotten it. That's the tush push look.
Tush push.
That the Eagles made so famous, but in your own end, make me so nervous. Okay.
Make me so nervous.
I don't like that call a bit, but it's super successful as they pick up about 4 yards there. 1st and 10 Bruins. Ball on the 25-yard line. Clock at 9:40 and counting. And probably going to back up again. So they started that last set of downs
behind the chains
with a holding call behind the chains. They're able to get it back with a couple good runs by Caden Taylor and then the tush push.
And then let's start this over again.
Let's do it again. Back to the 20 now. They need to get to the 35. Both teams have been plagued by errors. Oh, jeez. We're very quiet right now because there's not a whole lot to say. It's kind of hard to
quantify what happened. Back-to-back false starts.
3 penalties in the last several plays here, and it's, again, shooting yourself in the foot. Coach is going to pull someone out of the game. He's out on the field. Someone's over on the sideline kicking things because they made several errors, I guess. 9:02 remaining here in the game. And now a fumble.
Oh, fumble.
Woo. Picked back up by Irwin there. He'll get about a yard on the carry.
That
which
could
will
have
make
been
it
really
2nd
bad
and
news.
19.
Good
Oh,
job
my
keeping
goodness.
his heads up and picking that ball. It bounced right back up into his hands.
So a 1 yard gain makes it
2nd and 19.
2nd and 19 here we're going to call it, even though they're saying no gain on the play.
So it's still
I'll have
2nd and
to
20.
change that 2nd and 20 there. I thought he had gotten forward, but they're not going to give him any progress. And with 2nd and 20 and 8:25 remaining, I don't love this.
They've got that one-on-one coverage over there on the side. Again.
I tried again. There's the same scissors play back inside. Not a bad play, but not going to get you the 20 yards you need. It's going to be about 3 yard gain. I believe that's Taylor again.
Yeah, number 11.
Caden Taylor. They're going to give him 4. 3rd down and 16 now. I don't know what you got in the bag for 3rd and 16, but
don't turn it over.
Yeah, that's the play. Don't turn it over on one, ready, break.
Well, the safeties are playing back a little bit
They
back
are.
now.
Yeah, you got to cover 2. Look there, 4-3 to the strong side.
False start again.
Again, my concern, if I am a Central Hardin person, and I am, is that you're moving back so far here now, and you're at about the 7.5 minute mark. You're going to kick it to this team with the good quarterback who's just dropped a couple of big passes.
Give them a short
if
field.
you're going to give them a short field, and then when you get the ball back, you're a running football team, and you're probably only going to have about 3 or 4 minutes. You're just putting yourself in a horrible position right here. Going to take a deep shot again, and they've caught an opportunity. They're just slightly overthrown. They're going to call a
pass interference on that play.
That's crazy.
I don't. The defensive back coach at Meade, not sure about that call.
We saw a couple plays where it looked like there was hand checking and riding of the receiver. I didn't see it on that one there. Number 22 was in position. I believe it was R.J. Goodman, number 12, the intended receiver, and he may have had a half a step or a step. Ball just a little overthrown. And I don't know what the rule is on that. It's going to be, I believe, a 10-yard penalty.
It's a 10-yard penalty, replay it downs.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 11. Wait a minute. They've got the ball in the wrong place right now. Nope, they don't have it in the wrong place. 3rd down and 6. 15-yard penalty? Okay.
Well, when you're 20 back.
Yeah, they had wow, in position here now after that big call. At their own 29-yard line, they need the 35, Tony.
Continues.
Jet sweep to Taylor. Nice spin move. Oh, he's so close. He's dragging. Oh, 1 yard short. He is at the 34.5. They need the 35. Good play by Caden Taylor.
I think they're going to send out that jumbo package again.
Here comes the tush push.
I think it's coming.
Yeah, they got to do it.
If it worked, do it again. Count your heads. Make sure you get the right personnel in there.
Here they are. Meade County knows what's coming at this point.
Getting the leverage on this is tough.
Toss sweep it. There's nobody outside on this right side. I don't think he got it. And that's exactly what will happen when the other team has 11 guys inside the tackles. You're not going to push anybody anywhere. It's not a first down. Some of the Central Hardin guys are pointing their hands like they got a first down. That wasn't even close. They didn't move. They went backwards.
But I do like what you said. Toss sweep it there.
Trick them.
Fake a pitch inside. Pull it back.
Yeah, just toss it out there, man. There was nobody out there.
It's a wrinkle the coach can add
now,
next time.
You've given them the football on your 34-yard line. You're up 2.
With 6 minutes left.
With 6 minutes left. And they should have done that the last time,
really
honestly.
Not.
That could have happened the last time. And you'd have kicked it down here, and they'd have had gone 60 yards or so. You know, you kick it to their 40 if you kick an average kick. If you kick a great kick, you might make them go 70 yards. But here we are. They only got to go 34 here. Meade County does not have much of a field goal kicker. That is one good oh, boy. And there it goes.
There it goes.
Great play. Wow. Immediately off the change. That's exactly what you do. A 34-yard touchdown.
And that was a
hook and lateral. Threw it to Branson Stoll.
Because they're playing that man-to-man coverage as they're fighting down hard, and it's a little chip pack, and it's done.
Stoll then pitches it. Did he pitch it to 10? Aiden Bratcher? Is that who got the touchdown? I'm not 100% sure on that, but
I thought it was number 16. Number
16 was it Ethan Kaiser. Kaiser on the 34. I don't know who you give credit to on the stats for that one. Kaiser scores a 34-yard touchdown, but it was Stoll that caught about an 8-yard pass. How does that work? I don't even know how to do that on the stats, but not experienced enough stat keeper to know what that is. But good throw, good execution, beautiful pitch, and 6 points. 20-16.
They're going for 2.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make a bit of sense one way or the other, but they don't love kicking. Poole's not a bad kicker, though. And they're going to run the option, and that'll be a 2-point conversion. So reason I was saying that, up 20-16, a touchdown is what they had to have to win anyway. Now up 6. Touchdown's still going to get it done because Chenault's going to knock through an extra point. So I don't know if a 2-pointer versus a 1-pointer matters a whole lot there. I guess maybe you can block an extra point if Central Hardin scores here. But we've got 6:10 remaining, and now a run-oriented team like Central Hardin, you got to think they got one possession here. You got one possession to drive the field. Yeah. And in my mind, number one, you can't have penalties.
If I'm Meade County here, I do that little pooch kick and see if you can turn the ball back door and get it back.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's in. You might as well because you're not looking to give them.
I mean,
you're going to give them good field position doing that. But
Pooched at any time. I think they're going to kick it to this left side and try to squeeze it between the 40 and the 30.
Well, here we go. We'll see what the Bruins can do here with this possession. I think, I could be wrong, I think it's this possession here or nothing for the Bruins.
If I'm Central, I have just 3 on the line, and the other 2 should the two flankers should be dropping back to the 40 right here. There's like a gap right there.
Yeah, the guys on the 30 need to scoot up 5 yards. Because this thing's going to get pooched right into the 40. And it's going to bounce around a little bit if we don't get somewhere here. Well, 6:10 to go. It's 22-16. Meade County Green Wave in front here at home in Brandenburg. I just hate that 4th and 1 going for it. They got it the first time. They didn't. Oh, great kick. That's going to be Meade County football. They've got it. Yeah, Meade County has the football. That's a great pooch kick. Meade County has the football. And you were correct, Tony. Good grief. We're pretty good up here, folks. Menendez just called that one as well. So,
I mean, I
and
don't understand.
We're both saying you need to scoot those guys up. You can't just leave 25 yards between your front line when they've been pooch kicking and your second line.
The whole game.
When they pooch kicked the whole game. That's just silly.
I mean, I called the spot and everything.
Good grief.
I promise you guys I'm not being paid by the Meade County coaching staff in this game. I'm calling the plays that they're doing to score.
We really want to see – we're homers. We want to see the team in white right now win this game, the Bruins. But just a bad look there. Just a little off the mark there. Good coverage. Again, the intended target was number 2, Braden Mofield.
And that was good coverage by the Bruins defense there.
Good coverage. Bring up a 2nd down and 10. Again, if you can get a stop here, you're still in a position to win a football game. So defense has got to really bow up right here and not give up much. You need the football back. And I'm sure this Meade County team is wanting to put this game away right here. There's the give straight ahead. Great tackle. Was that Lamoth? Big number 70 just swallowed up Roquest.
I don't even know if he got a yard. I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage on that.
That's where they're going to mark it, right about at the line of scrimmage, bringing up a 3rd down and 10. So 2 good plays defensively. And again, this 3rd down right here is a massive, massive play. Again, change of momentum right here. You know, on a couple of big plays, we've seen so many turnovers that kind of turn the momentum in favor of the Bruins. After they had a couple early turnovers, now they've turned it over on downs and on that kickoff return by not fielding it. And we'll see if the defense can come up. And just 6 guys in the box, and they were going to run the football, I think. Timeout, Meade County. 5:17 to go here. This is an HCEC-TV student production, a division of Hardin County Schools. Special thanks to our live sports coverage sponsors, Brandenburg Telecom, Physical Therapy Associates, Waddell's Auto and Scrap Metal Recycling, eTownSelfStorage.com, West Point Bank, and eTown Exterminating. Tune in weekly for all local HCEC-TV programs airing on Brandenburg Telecom and Comcast Cable's Channel 2 and Spectrum Channel 184. All HCEC-TV programs on the HCEC-TV YouTube channel. Subscribe to the channel today to get your local community sports and events. Watch From the Sidelines, a sports show featuring our student athletes and teams. Special thanks to our HCEC-TV crew, Gina Ryan, Ron Hartley, Case Taylor, and Jeremy Miller. Thanks, guys, for bringing the action to everybody at home tonight. Special shout out to Mac, who's always out there watching every Friday night. Mac, buddy, thanks for watching. Appreciate you. 22-16 is 3rd and 10.
This is a big set of downs right here. I mean, if I'm Meade, I'm going for both these plays.
Going for it on 4th, or are you going to kick it down there and make them go 90 yards? That's what I would do. I can't see Central Hardin being able to go 90 yards.
Quarterback keeper.
Bootleg.
And he's
Cade Scott first down.
And he's got
down
it.
to the 31. He picked it up by about 1.5 yards there. And he is now thought he was down, but he's
fixing his shoe.
Yeah, he threw a shoe. Well, that was a big down. 3rd and 10, and Cade Scott made a huge play there.
You have all-man coverage. That means 11 guys are doing something, or 10 guys are
accounting for the
quarterback.
4:48 and counting here. They're going to go I formation football. Roquest Wren in the back. Got space. Cut back.
Nice cut.
Cut again. Down to the 16.
And a
A
flag.
late hit. So that'll be half the distance.
There was zero reason to jump on him at the end of that play. He was already down on the ground.
So he's down to about the 16-yard line. This will be half the distance. It'll be 1st and goal at the 8, I believe. I can't believe how the Bruins in this situation are acting right now. Honestly, here at this point, again, you're going to run, if you're Meade County, as much clock as you can run. What's going on out there? We got a bunch of Meade County coaches on the field. Have they called timeout? Because if not, you can't have 3 or 4 coaches on the field. Did they call timeout? They must have. Because about half of the Meade County coaching staff is out there. How do you have 3 coaches in the huddle? And there was no timeout, folks. First and goal from the 8 here.
We said earlier,
4:34.
who's not going to shoot themselves in the foot? The Central really just shot themselves in the foot badly on that.
Oh, so many situations here in these last 3 minutes that have led to this circumstance here. First and goal from they're on the 6-yard line. How are they on the 6?
It should have been
They
half the
stopped
distance.
It should have been the 8, I think. They're pointing at things right now. The referees have stopped. They're going to have a conversation. They put the ball on the 6, almost the 5. But they're going to leave it there. All right, I don't understand that one.
Math bad, apparently.
Yeah, it's on the 5-yard line here. First and goal, and if they score this, it's over. And there goes Roquest Wren into the end zone to salt this one away.
And multiple flags being thrown. And some extra ones.
I hate that you have got kids acting like fools when you have made plays like this. Yeah, not a big fan of this kind of behavior. If you lose and you make some, mistakes that cost you a ball game late in the game, the thing to do is not compound that by acting like you're someone who doesn't know how to behave. It doesn't have any sense. And so it's a little embarrassing, but I don't love that at all. And so now they've thrown a bunch more flags. And so now as you set your receiving team up, you'll be setting them up on your own 30-yard line or whatever, because they'll be those penalties will go on the kickoff, I believe.
So we have on both sides, it looks like.
Offsetting penalties is what that'll end up being, so they won't be set up on their own 30. But with 4:21 to go, it's 28-16. The point after try, which will probably be a two-point conversion, is still to come here. If they get this 2-point conversion, it'll be a 14-point advantage with 4:20 to go. It's really a shame because this Central Hardin team since the first quarter has outplayed this Meade County squad. And in the last 4 minutes here of play,
There's been a little bit of a imploding.
They've imploded completely. They've kind of let this thing get away from them. So it's a little bit of a shame here for our Central Hardin school and family, but also just because we had a really great football game
going on
now,
there all the way
this
to
thing
the end of the third, and then
it's kind of a blowout at this point. When you're down 2 touchdowns with 4 minutes to go, I think you can, unless you've got a wide open passing attack that can put points up in a hurry, you're kind of out of it. That's what appears to be the case at this point. Sprint out right, throw back the other way, wide open again. Another great call against a man-to-man defensive look is that throwback. You sprint one way, you clear out that direction, and somebody from the right side comes back to the left. Great play design as they did kind of figure out some of the things to do against that man cover look. It was giving them so much trouble.
Fits in the second quarter and the start of the third quarter.
Yeah.
But even towards the end of the third quarter, like they were figuring out, but they just
didn't make the catches.
Didn't make the catches.
Yeah.
Some underthrows.
Yeah. Yeah. .421 to go. 30-16. It is a 14-point ball game here. And we'll see if the Bruins can get this done here. My pregame prediction.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
the Bruins have to try to
it's been
become
interesting.
a spread team right now, score in a hurry.
Whew. Not sure what we're calling to do that. We've been very successful in the running game. Had some opportunities with some deep balls and made some good throws on some slant routes and a few other plays. I just don't know if they've got enough in the bag to move the ball down the field. Now let's see what kickoff we're going to have. We're going to have a little pooch here, and there it is again. And yeah, okay, that's exactly what you do. Yeah, that's got to be a flag. That should be, because he fair caught and the guy hit him. That is absolutely a flag. It should be, but there's none on the field. And that's exactly what should have happened on the last kickoff, is a guy standing right there waving his arm for a fair catch and catching the football. And this is a different football game if that is the case. Doesn't mean the Bruins would have gone down and scored, but certainly it would be it'd be a one-score game, not a two-score game right now. At worst. Well, you're going to look at film if you're on the Bruins side and think, man, we had a lot of opportunity. What
receivers not even looking for the ball.
3 vertical route. And the inside receiver is open, just not looking for the football. I don't know what he thought, if he thought it was a decoy or what, but if you're running down the field, I'd be looking for the football. I think he was trying to get past the safety, and then he was going to look up, but that's a seam route. That ball was thrown right about where it needed to be thrown.
Well, you got to have your head on a swivel, too, because you don't know what the pressure is going to be like, so you have to be ready to catch the ball at any moment.
They're going to give to Gurgley here. Straight ahead. He's going to push for about 3 yards. Maybe 4. They're going to give him 4 yards, and there's a flag on the play. I think that one's on Meade County. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think that's what it is. Little extracurriculars, throwing him on the ground. Gurgley was stopped. They had blown the whistle, and then they body slammed.
Little extra WWE action there at the end of the play.
Yep, you can't slam a guy after the whistle's been blown. So that is, in fact, the call. 15 yards for the Bruins. 4:07 to go. They're out of timeouts.
Stops the clock.
It does stop the clock. It gives you good field position. Unfortunately, you got no timeouts, and there's 4 minutes to go in the ball game, down 2 scores here. certainly, they'll want to go down here and try to put one in the end zone and try an onside kick. I mean, that's what you're pinning your hopes on. But they got to get this done first. Deep throw up the sideline, got him. Big catch.
And now they should be running into the line of scrimmage.
Standing, clock will stop as the chains are moved. But what's going on here? They're talking about the catch like it did not happen. Incomplete is what they're going to call it. R.J. Goodman, number 12, still has the ball in his hands, but they said it popped out. He did not control it through the end of the catch. Is that a rule in high school football?
Well, I mean,
I don't know what the rules are on that. But
I thought it was completed.
I did too. I thought he
as soon
completed
as he
the catch
caught
and
it
had
went
the football.
down, they declared it a catch. I didn't think you.
Yeah, I don't love that.
There's no
kind
recalling of the call.
They have changed the call. Okay. Well, 2nd and 10 then. We're going to give the ball to Gurgley on a fullback trap, and he's going to run over several guys, pick up 12. That will stop the clock on the first down. So he's going to pop up here. Like you said, they've got to get to the line here quickly, make the call. Quarterback Caleb Irwin's kind of strolling back to his position here. Got to have a little more urgency when you're down 2 scores here. And I don't see that at all here. Come on, let's go, boys. And they're still running that same coverage. Look, they can take a shot. They're going to look to the other side. They've got the wheel route. Good catch by Caden Taylor. Be a little short of the first down. Throw was just a little behind, but a really good catch there for maybe a 9-yard gain.
And they should be lining up already.
Yeah, let's go. On the line. 3:10 and counting here. No timeouts. Got to get this in the zone here to give yourself an opportunity for an onside kick. 2nd down and 1. Deep motion by Rashaw. Pitched the ball.
Ball was all by himself.
Rashaw by himself out there, and Irwin is going to keep it and not get the first down. So the clock is going to continue to run, or is it? They've stopped it. Why have they stopped the clock? Okay, now they're going to run it again. They've got it spotted. 3rd and 1. Irwin limping around a bit here. Clock is running. Got to have a first down. That will stop the clock. Got to be willing to pitch the football when there's 2 guys closing on you like that. They're going to throw the football. The out route is there. Good catch. Good throw.
Outside. Good job.
And out of bounds. So big first down to about the 14-yard line. I couldn't see who the receiver is there. Oh, that's Caden Taylor again. Boy, they're really riding Taylor because, again, he's their big play threat. He hasn't been able to break loose, but, boy, they've given him a lot of opportunities. He's had a good football game tonight. Inside handoff to Taylor. If he'd have broken that outside, he'd have had a first down there. Probably a big carry. Could have been running for the pylon on that. 2:15 and counting, folks. It is getting down to where you've got to score. Under 2 minutes. And standing around. You got to take a shot down here on the bottom. And that's where they're going with it. Good decision. Matthews, they're going to throw a flag on that. Absolutely, that's pass interference. As Corday Matthews tried to come back for the football, he was shoved, grabbed, and pushed away from that by number 13. Again, 13 is Connor Cole, who had the coverage.
And that's going to stop the clock, half the distance to the goal. And
absolutely. 1:49 to go. You know, that timeout early in the first half where they didn't have people set up on the field in the first 8 seconds of the half. You know, them not having a timeout here is an issue. Again, they're going to have to get an onside kick here. It's 1st and goal. They're at the 4-yard line. And they need to score here right away. Scoring right at the end of the game doesn't do you any good if you don't have time to execute an onside kick and give yourself a chance to run 3 or 4 plays once you have the football. Chances of getting an onside kick are small, but if you could manage it, you still need a few minutes to operate. Oh,
my
my
God.
land.
Get on the ball right now.
That is not a play I've seen them run before. And it looked like they were all confused about what they were doing on that. I didn't see anybody who looked confident about what was happening. And now they're all wandering around. 129, 128, 127, clock running. And needs to throw the football. Nice run. Breaks free. Touchdown, Bruins. Number 8, Gage Gurgley into the end zone. 1:16 to go. It's going to come down to an onside kick here. They're going to score the ball. You expect Micah Chenault to knock this one through. But they're down 8. They're down, if they can get the ball back and score, they can always get a 2-point conversion as well. But here, you'd expect Chenault to knock this through and make it a 30-23 ball game with 1:16 to go. And you're pinning your hopes on an onside kick.
Oh, bad snap.
What was going on?
The ball got snapped at the ground. Came up short. The placeholder trying to scoop it back up, but not in time.
Guys up front stopped blocking too. I think they expected the ball would have been gone about a second earlier, and they just stopped blocking as well. I don't know why the holder was not trying to get it set up. He just couldn't get a hold of the ball. I couldn't see it, Tony. Did you see what was happening down there?
The snap didn't get there. It was low and short, and the placeholder was trying to scoop it up and put it back in position and just could not get it set in time for them to go in and just take the ball. Well, the game come down to this one onside kick.
One onside kick. Man, it's been a great football game. I'd love to see something crazy happen right here as well. We've seen it before. Of course, that was John Wallace kicking the football. You remember those?
Yep.
That was Greenwood. Was that you and me?
That was you and me.
We were there.
Yep.
What a great football game. We won that one in overtime. John
The
Wallace.
year before we had where they kicked it off to us.
We
and
scored,
we
ran
scored
one back, and they got a call back.
We got a call back for that
Yeah.
blocking the back crap on the
Yep.
far side of the play,
Uh-huh.
60 yards away from what was going
Yep.
on. And I want to say the player was Jamie Goodman.
I think it actually was. Oh goodness gracious, Hart County coach. Dylan. It was Dylan
It was
Griffin.
Dylan Griffin. That's
It was
who
Dylan
it was.
Griffin. But I don't know that he did much. Here it goes. Big bounce. Oh, it goes out of bounds. Wow. Too much pace on that one. And, folks, that
Victory
will be
formation
it.
coming out
Yeah,
now.
yeah, victory formation now. Again, no timeouts for the Bruins. That was the last gasp. You know, he kicked that really hard. It took a bounce and bounced funny and bounced off of a Meade County player. So there's no penalty on that because it hit a Meade County player, but it's going to go out of bounds. Yeah, they're going to wave that flag off. It was kicked out of bounds, but when it touches
When it touches
Meade
a player,
County player,
it becomes a live ball.
Yeah, it's a live ball at that point. It just, they were kicking that into the short side of the field. That's what I don't get. He kicked it really hard into the short side of the field. I think he was hoping it would bounce off the chest
Bounce
of
back,
a Meade County
get a
player,
bounce
bounce back to them. Almost happened. It kind of hit the shoulder of the Meade County player and bounced over him and then went out of bounds. So not a bad kick. I would have loved to kick it to the wide side and give your guys a chance to run and get it.
I like a little chop kick where you get a
Try to get a high bounce.
a high bounce, or just a really good floater.
Yeah. Well, John Wallace was so good. You could tell him which guy to hit in the chest with the ball, and he could do it. He would, the former U of L kicker, he I don't know if you remember this, Tony. He, in practice one day, hit poor Ben Milligan about 3 times in a row in the chest with the ball.
To practice
About killed the poor kid. He was knocked the wind out of him. And they'll just take a knee here. Guys, it has been a great football game. I hope you enjoyed it out there as much as Tony and I did here. We certainly don't love the result. but the clock is going to run down here. They'll have to probably snap it 2 more times. Maybe just 1 more time. I think they just got to snap it 1 more time here. And that will be the ball game. So very interesting ball game. A lot of opportunities on both sides to kind of.
I mean, there's a lot of back and forth in
Put
that
this-
third block
yeah.
and third
Absolutely.
quarter, and then fourth quarter goes.
Yep. A lot of big plays and good plays on both sides, and a lot of mistakes on both sides of the ball. Both teams still kind of trying to find themselves, I think. Meade County, as we talked about pregame, will come out of this with a big win. They needed a big win. Both teams needed this win desperately. It's Meade County that will figure out how to get it done tonight, and Central Hardin will go back to the drawing board. They certainly were good enough to win this football game tonight, but just couldn't execute in some key spots. And they'll go to 0-4, whereas Meade County will go to 2-2. And we noted how difficult Meade County's schedule is coming up, but a couple of opportunities in district for them. But, boy, they're going to have a tough road late. So they needed a big win to kind of get themselves going in the right direction here. And Central Hardin, again, 0-4 now, just kind of looking to find something. When they get into district, I think they're going to be super competitive. They just got to keep the train on the tracks between now and then. Any final thoughts, Tony? We're going to be headed down in just a moment here, and you'll be able to see this on our show, HCEC show from the sidelines. I'll have an interview with Coach Philip Stockdale and just get his thoughts about the game this evening. But Tony, any final thoughts?
I just think both teams had some good back and forth going on, and I just really it was like we thought going into the second half, whoever doesn't shoot themselves to the foot there at the end was going to pull out a win, and it seemed like Meade County was the one that didn't shoot themselves in the foot at the end.
Well, thanks for joining us this evening from here in Brandenburg. The final score 30-22. The Green Waves come up with a big victory tonight. For Tony Menendez, this is Paul Gray. Good night, everybody.
Good night.